It's the Orioles on Masset, and we welcome you to Birdland, a baseball night. It is warm, and the Nationals and the Orioles are ready to go in Game 2 of this three-game set. Hi, everybody. I'm Gary Thorne, and welcome. For the Orioles, trying to get those W's. It has not come easy. There'll be some lineup changes you'll take a look at tonight as Buck Showalter shuffles folks around, trying to find a combination that can put some runs up on the board after they were shut out in a ball game last night. The Orioles were their own worst offensive enemy last night. They got chances by getting leadoff men on base, but look what happened when they did. Not once, but 3 times. Trey Mancini's second inning, Valencia was on. It is a 6-4-3 double play, 2 down, nobody on. 4th inning, Scope, leadoff base hit. Valencia, he'll go to second base this time, 4-6-3. 2 down, nobody on. 7th inning, Valencia leadoff single. Trey Mancini, 6-4-3. 3 double plays that cost the Orioles 3 leadoff batters on base. That hurt in the ball game last night, Mike.
Yeah, it sure did. And I think when you see a performance like that, first and foremost, you got to tip your hat to Gio Gonzalez. He made big pitches when he had to, keeping the ball down with that changeup. His numbers are off the charts this year. And when the Orioles started threatening, he made big pitches. The 3 double plays, yeah, that's one of the stories. But the Oriole offense in and of itself has been struggling here the last couple weeks. They got on a nice little roll their last homestand. Take a look here. The production struggles. Yeah, the team's hitting .229. 8 home runs, 31 RBI since May 18th. Just before May 18th, they won back-to-back series here at home. It looked like things were turning around, and then all of a sudden the struggles hit. Manny Machado, yeah, you kind of figured he'd taper off a little bit, but 261 now, only 1 home run since May 18th in the 4 stakes. Mancini, 3rd last year in Rookie of the Year. His struggles this month have just been horrid. I mean, he got off to a good start, some line drives the first month, but man, has he been struggling. Now I think it's just confidence, and of course Davis has been struggling all year long. He's had the almost 2nd most home runs since 2012. We need the crusher to get going. He might be the key to this offense.
Trey Mancini is going to get a rest tonight. That knee is continually bothering him a bit. I think it's more about the bat tonight. He'll be out of the lineup. We'll check the National Orioles lineups when we come back for Game 2. Brought to you by Southwest. Low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. And by the University of Maryland Medical System. Be a part of something greater. Nice night here at the ballpark. Take a look at our game time temperature. Brought to you by BGE Home. We know more. We do more. A summer feeling, 78 degrees. Humidity is up there at 75%. And a few high clouds hanging around. Not much of a breeze at all here at the yard tonight. Here's the lineup for the Nationals. Chance for them to move into first place in their division, depending on their outcome in other games. Turner, Harper, Rendon, Adams, Reynolds, Soto, Taylor, Defoe, Severino. For Trey Turner this season, leading among American League shortstops with that .359 OBP.
And let's take a look at Dylan Bundy's pitch arsenal this season. Got the great four-seam fastball, but the power slider has been his pitch. How about 14 punch-outs in his last start? And Dylan Bundy's back on his game after hitting a little bump in the road to start this month off. He's back on it. Yeah, the power slider, the key pitch. 11 starts this year. One complete game, his last start. So the confidence a little higher for Dylan Bundy. 3 wins, a .445 earned run average, coming down after that 3-start default. And 77 punch-outs in 62 2/3 innings for Dylan Bundy, holding opponents down that .240 batting average. That slider really neutralizing the right-handed hitters. How about a .190 batting average?
Dylan's had only one game against the Nationals. He won that ball game. He is 1-0. This will be his second career appearance against them. The other one came August 22 of 2016 here in this ballpark. Pitched 6 strong innings to get the win in that game. Turner will lead it off, a 9-game hit streak. For Trey Turner, leadoff batter for the Nationals. He'll take the first pitch in there for a strike. Turner had a 1 for 4 in the ball game last night, and he is putting up some big numbers, raising that average now up to .269, hitting over .300 last 20. That one right center. A lot of hang time on it. Trumbo over to get it. Turner retired on a couple pitches.
Take a look at the Oriole defense behind Bundy this afternoon here. Rickard, Jones, and Trumbo in the Oriole outfield. Machado and Scope turning 2 up the middle. Peterson getting the start at third base tonight. Davis over at first, and Chance Sisco behind the plate.
A very late change for the Orioles at third base. Valencia was going to play there, and literally less than 5 minutes ago, Buck Showalter made the announcement Valencia's out of the ball game. Peterson was going to play left. Now he's at third. Joey Rickard, who is not going to play tonight, is the one who's moved into left field. So if anybody, according to the baseball gods history, is due to have a good night, it's Joey Rickard. Right. He isn't supposed to be playing.
Exactly.
Here's Bryce Harper, and he wallops one to right field. That is way back, and goodbye home run. On the first pitch he sees tonight from Dylan Bundy. Harper delivers the long ball and a 1-0 lead. His 3rd lifetime home run against the Orioles, and they all have been hit here at Camden Yards.
Well, this is what Bryce Harper is about this season, going for the fences every swing, and he gets the fastball from Bundy. Bundy trying to get ahead, catching too much of the white of the plate. Get ahead down and away on that outside corner. But Harper waiting on that first pitch fastball. 17 home runs on the year.
So Harper didn't take long to have an impact. He's had a relatively cool bat of late, but for the home runs. And that is the 13th off Bundy. Dylan Bundy has really struggled with the long ball this season. Bundy comes into the game 2nd in home runs surrendered and 8th in runs surrendered among American League pitchers. Rendon up the 0-1 delivery to him. Breaking ball will catch the outside corner. He had the home run in the ball game last night, a big one. He went 2 for 5, the homer, and 3 RBIs off his home run off Alex Cobb. He also has had a home run off Dylan Bundy in the other start that Bundy made against the Nationals here in this ballpark. And the only start, Rendon had the homer.
Yeah, exactly. So Dylan's got to be careful here. Big home run last night for Rendon. And a nice job getting ahead. And Bundy, when he's on his ball game, he just works the edges and then just off it.
And that hit him, I think, or hit the bat. Wow.
Must have hit the knob.
Bounced off it and went over to the Orioles dugout.
Look, the fastball wanted it down and away, but right off the knob. Unbelievable.
Fortunate it didn't hit any part of his hand. That's one of those where you get hit on the finger or something.
Yeah, no good there.
1-2 delivery on the way to him. Silo shot coming back, and it will be just on the other side of the screen.
A little spinning slider there. You don't see that too often from Dylan Bundy. Stayed up flat in the zone, so Rendon gets a pretty good hack at it. Bundy, typically the great finish on his slider. Looks like the fastball out of his hand and right in front of the plate. That's when it makes its move down and away from the righty.
So Dylan, a 1-ball 2-strike count. Dillon has recorded the 9th most strikeouts in the American League, 77. Had a career high strikeout in his last ball game. Breaking ball is going to miss down and in. 14 strikeouts against the White Sox through 121 pitches, both a career high. The complete game 9-inning 3-run 2-hit affair. He was outstanding as the Orioles came away with a 9-3 win against Chicago. 2-ball 2-strike count on the way. Rendon will take it, and a strike call in the inside corner.
A real good fastball right there from Dylan Bundy. It's all about fastball command, and Bundy locking one up right here. 92 on the inside corner. Everybody's looking for that hard slider down and away. Bundy's getting much better here recently. Take a look at this first 5 starts. How about a 1.42 earned run average? Next 3, that's when he hit the wall. 19 earned run average. Something must have been going on. He gave up the 9 home runs, but back on track here. Last 3 starts, 2.86 earned run average, 4 home runs. So he's made a couple mistakes there, but you saw the batting average, opponent batting average. That's the key. Just 122 in his last 3.
Matt Adams had a wide open third base and missed it. The Orioles are in the complete shift here, and they're not going to move out of it on the second pitch he sees. Adam, their designated hitter, 2 for 5 in the ball game last night, and will foul that one off the fist. He brings a red hot bat to the ball game. He's 7 for his last 17. That's a .412 average. And Matt Adams has had more home runs this month than anyone else in the National League, believe it or not, 9. He's also tied for 4th in RBIs this month in the league with 22. 0-2 delivery, off speed breaking ball, and that one is going to miss inside. So Dylan Bundy trying to get out of the first inning here, just surrendering the 1 Harper home run. That's 13 first inning runs against Dylan this year, far and away the most of any inning he has pitched. Swing and a miss. He'll get the strikeout. He's got 2 of those. Harper gets the homer, number 17, and a 1-0 Nationals lead. The crowd last night is some 36,000 plus. Take a look at the Orioles starting lineup. Low fares, nothing to hide. That's transparency, brought to you by Southwest. It'll be Scope, Jones, and Machado, Davis, Trumbo, and Alvarez, Rickert, Cisco, and Peterson. A much revised lineup. Against Hellickson for Adam Jones. Gotta like those numbers.
Let's take a look at Hellickson's pitch arsenal this season. 4-seam fastball, change, knuckle curve, slider, got a little 2-seamer as well, but the change always really been his bread and butter, playing it off that 4-seam fastball. But you see the knuckle curve numbers up as well. When he's facing tough lefties, even the tough righties, potential power hitters, he's going to go with that off-speed arsenal. Going to see that change up in the curve featured quite a bit today. 2.13 earned run average. Hellickson is on a nice roll right now. Isn't pitching deep into ball games, but I'll tell you what, 2 times through, he's been pretty dominant. Only 3 home runs given up all year.
And Jonathan Scope, for the first time this year, is in the leadoff spot for the Orioles, with Trey Mancini out of the game, just being given a day off. And for Scope It's only the 5th game that he has batted in the #1 spot in his major league career. That'll be foul back. He's picked up 1 hit in 16 at bats leading off. Most of the time he has hit 3rd or 8th. That's where he has the most games and most at bats, and the best average .293 when he hits 3rd, .267 when he hits 8th. He's batted everywhere else in the lineup too, but those are the most predominant. Hellickson will try and come inside, just misses on the pitch, and the count will go to 1-2.
Yeah, Buck likes to shake up the lineup every now and then, and at times when he slides hitters into that leadoff spot, that's really what kind of catches them fire. I think Buck hoping that Jonathan Schoop will do the same.
1 ball, 2 strike delivery. Former Oriole, of course, Jeremy Hellickson, who did not perform well for the Orioles. Last year he went 2-6. He worked 51 innings in 10 games. Had a high ERA of 6.97. Completely different numbers since signed by the Nationals this year. 2-2 delivery by Hellickson. The off-speed delivery will get him swinging.
There's that changeup right there. Jonathan Schoop, after working a couple fastballs inside, really speeding up Schoop. He's trying to clear those hips to get to the fastball once again. But pulling the string on the change. Well executed there by Hellickson. See that circle change grip.
Saw how far out in front Jonathan was on the swing. Ball hadn't reached the plate. Hellickson just turning 31 years old. 70 wins, 69 losses his lifetime career. Adam Jones has been a misery for him. We showed you the numbers against Hellickson. Well, that's 16 for 44. And he's had 4 home runs off him as well.
Yeah, he's been mashing 2 for 4 yesterday. How about his career versus the Nats? 322. Are you kidding me? He's got 205 at bats, hit safely in 41 of the 49 games, and he has been on fire in May. 323 and hit safely at 20 of 24 games. Adam Jones is really the consistent spot in this lineup through the month of May.
Batting in that #2 spot consistently as well. 1 ball, 1 strike count on him with 1 down. Bases are empty. Fans got the numbers. 0 Nats are above 300 in May.
There you go.
If only that mattered. W's and L's matter more. 1-1 delivery on the way, and a ground ball is going to go to short. Turner ranging. Needs to play over to Reynolds, and there are 2 down.
Now let's take a look at the Nationals defense. Soto, Taylor, and Harper roaming the outfield here at Camden. Turner making a nice play there, playing short. Defoe at second base. Rendon over at third, and Mark Reynolds playing first base. Severino doing the catching tonight.
That'll bring Manny to the plate. As Mike noted, Manny's bat has indeed cooled off. He does have a 3-game hit streak coming in. Continued it with a single last night, going 1 for 4. Manny against Hellickson, 4 hits in 16 at bats. Where Hellickson right now among the National League pitchers, with the 7 starts he's had, his 2.13 ERA is 4th best in the National League. He had enough innings pitched to qualify. Manny will take the pitch for his strike. He has given up the 8th fewest hits per 9 innings. The opponent batting average at .207 is the 9th lowest in the National League. His whip is .89. That is 2nd best among all National League pitchers. 0-1 delivery on the way. Seems as though he's caught the contagious effort of the other Washington starters.
Yeah, right. Probably the best rotation in the game right now. There's a look at a couple of them. Gio throwing a gem last night. Scherzer seems like every year he's going to win the Cy Young. Of course, Strasburg over there as well. Now, there's a lot of confidence in this rotation, but Hellickson, a veteran guy, and I think it's just a matter of being confident in all of his pitches, and he's got that right now. All of his secondary pitches, command with the fastball. You got that stuff working, and you're going to have success in any league. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for the Orioles last year.
Manny with hits in 4 of the last 5 ball games he has been in, carries a .330 average against the Nationals lifetime. In the air to left field. Let's match them up. We told you, Harper, Machado, and goodbye home run. They have matched each other in the first inning. Harper delivered his 17th to give him a lead. Manny Machado answers back. That is home run number 16 for him, and it is 1-1.
You like to see that. Manny's so good to start ball games off. And he is so effective with that length, even if he gets fooled on pitches. He's got that extendo arm kicking in there to square up the baseball. 16th long ball for Manny Machado.
So they even it up with a long ball. And for Hellickson, that's only the 4th home run he has surrendered. He does not give up, has not given up any home runs this season. So Manny gets it, ties the ball game up 1 apiece. Chris Davis, day off yesterday. Pitch is taken for a strike.
Take a look at Manny's home run here. The knuckle curve, and Manny going out to get it. Staying back so well all year long, but catching it out in front just a little bit. But it's that length he has with the arms. 31 degrees. It was a majestic home run to tie this one up.
Manny gets home run number 6 lifetime against the Nationals, and the first that he has had off Hellickson. So a 1-1 ball game. It was good of those two to go along with our tease for this ball game,
right?
Where we featured the 2 of them. Of course, that's not exactly gambling. And a breaking ball swung on and missed. Chris Davis takes on Jeremy Hellickson today by AARP.
Now Wise back in the cleanup spot here. Incredible numbers, 367, 11 hits and just 30 ABs. About that on base at slugging, 424. Got the 2 homers and 9 stakes. This could be just what the doctor ordered to get the crusher back in the groove.
Here's the 1-2 delivery on the way, and that one will be fouled off outside of first base. So Davis trying to find a way. I mean, there's no question of the pressure that's been put on Chris, if there is such a thing in this game. Pressure's the guy who's got to get up every morning, figure out how he's going to feed his family. Nobody in this field has to do that. But nevertheless, you're trying to succeed and do things right. And for Chris, it's about offense, and it hasn't been there. 1-2 delivery on the way. Hellickson with a breaking ball that will bounce in the dirt. And the count goes 2-2. Chris has been willing to take some walks, even though the strikeouts have piled up on him. He's had 18 free passes this year to go with the 69 strikeouts. And constant work, just trying to get him to relax, see the pitch, hit the ball right now is what they're after. Scott Coolbaugh, the hitting instructor. 2-2 delivery on the way. Davis will take it, and it will miss inside.
Big pitch right there for Hellickson. He's been bringing that one back to get back into the count, get a lot of strikeouts with that 2-seam fastball. Just missing there. Nice take by Davis.
3-2 count, 2 down. And Chris will fight that one off. Well, one of the things being tested here in the first inning has already been met. And that's Hellickson's not giving up home runs. Manny Machado gets one off him for only the 4th he's surrendered. The other is the pitches being thrown. Hellickson came into this ball game among the top 3 in fewest pitches thrown per 9 innings so far this year, just over 13. And the Orioles extending that out to 19, 20 coming up here in the first. 3-2 delivery in the inside corner. He thought it was a ball, and he is out of there. The Orioles tie the ball game up, though. Manny Machado connecting. That is number 16, coming with 2 down here in the first. Harper 1, Manny another. 1-1.
there on the list, number 2 behind Carrasco, 33.5% of chases. Many of those pitches, that slider, that devastating slider that Bundy has this season. But it all comes off the fastball. Bundy's got such a smooth delivery. You got to play that heater up, and that's why you're getting those swing and misses. We're going to see a few more of them. 2 punch-outs already for Bundy tonight.
So a 1-1 ball game, shift put on as the former Oriole Mark Reynolds stands in. Reynolds will take the first pitch, a breaking ball from Bundy that is in there for a strike. 0 for 3 with a walk in the ball game yesterday. He's hit though in 6 of the last 8, including 5 home runs, and he goes the other way. Take a cue and just like you would with a billiard ball, and that's what he did, and he got a base hit.
Yeah, right off the end of the bat there, kind of taking what's given. Bundy staying away from some of the big bats. Reynolds, since getting called up, 5 home runs. And there's a little fastball. He just slaps out to right field. I think much rather have that than another solo home run. Good opportunity here to roll a double play.
So a leadoff single for the Nationals. That'll bring Soho up, the 19-year-old. Soho had a 2 for 4 in the ball game last night. He's got a 3-game hit streak going. Juan Soto has just been outstanding. Chops it outside of first base. Heard unofficially. He had a discussion with the home plate umpire in a call that was made last night. Andy Fletcher kind of looked at him cross-eyed and had a few words with him, and next time up when he went away, he just turned as he walked away and said, "I'm sorry." That's going to be a base hit into right field. And there are 2 on, so back-to-back singles for the Nationals. 2 on and nobody out. Well, the Birds continue their series with the Nationals tomorrow. First 20,000 fans 15 and over will receive an Orioles cooler backpack presented by Visit Sarasota. For tickets, go to Orioles.com.
So Soto, a smart young player as well, right?
I was going to say, very, very smart.
Yeah.
That's a good thing to do. We said last night when he turned, he got a call against him on a 3rd strike that was questionable.
Yeah.
And I said that's a lesson from a veteran umpire to a rookie player. Don't be turning around and looking at me and yakking.
Absolutely.
And he apologized. All right, let's see if the bunt is on here. Taylor with great speed, their center fielder, had a 2 for 4 in the ball game last night. He is taking a look down at third base to see Bob Henley. Might be giving for a sign. Oriole infield, shaded a bit to left, in at third base. Peterson, he does try and bunt. Runners stay. Was over the top on that one, and a 1-ball 1-strike count.
Yeah, Orioles playing straight up, just a regular bunt defense here. Oh, Jace Peterson over at third base has got to read the bunt, so he's responsible for this little area in here. Now, of course, Dylan Bundy, a pretty good fielder himself. So trying to find that out, get the lead out at third base. Toughest read here for Jace Peterson. Taylor trying to bunt it right at Peterson.
Taylor has 1 sacrifice on the year. Good off-speed breaking ball. Tied him up, not bunting there. And the count will go to 1-2 on Taylor. One of the speedsters on a Nationals team that likes to run. Given the opportunity, they'll take off. And Dylan Bundy's had 8 out of 9 base stealers successful against him on the year. So if they have chances, you got to believe they'll run tonight. 1-2 delivery, and he'll stay alive on the foul ball.
Yeah, left that slider in the middle. Just a little too much. Didn't quite finish on that outside corner. Gave Mr. Taylor a chance to put it in play, keep this AB going. You could tell Bundy a little frustrated with where he left that slider.
Nationals were 4 for 9 with runners in scoring position in their 6-0 win in the ball game last night. They are 6th in the National League as a team. 1-2 runners off first and second base. Breaking ball. Teasing him with that one. Wouldn't go after it though. Pitch outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, much better pitch. Much better slider. One he wanted. Now he can back it up with a fastball. That's what Bundy's been so good about, working that outside corner. Incredible command on that glove side.
Taylor 238 in these situations this year. 2-2 delivery, takes it inside. Dillon working him in and out. And the count will go full 3-2. Do not have speed in the lead runner, Mark Reynolds, at second base. I would not expect runners to be going anywhere with nobody out here. Soto on at first base has good speed. But he'd catch up with Mark Reynolds when he rounded second.
Right, run by.
He'll go right by him. All right, 3-2 coming. Runners stay. Ground ball to short, just what the Orioles wanted. Jonathan Scope, and they turn the double play. So maybe it's the Orioles' turn tonight as the runner goes to third with 2 down.
There you go. Nice job by Dylan Bundy to work his way through here. How about Manny Machado keeping that glove down low? Perfect double play by the Orioles. They have really cleaned it up in the middle of this infield. Slow start defensively with double plays, but Manny, his clock is right now. So smooth and easy. Get it in the hands of Scope and he'll finish it up for sure.
So 2 down. Mark Reynolds moves over to third base. Defoe coming up. 1 for 4 in the ball game last night, and he will take the pitch down low. Most of these hitters facing Bundy for the first time. Turner, Harper, Rendon have had at bats against him. Reynolds had 1 at bat against him. Otherwise, first time around. That ball fouled away. Another hot hitter in the lineup. 320 over the last 25 games. So given the opportunity, Wilmer Defoe at the bottom part of that order is coming up with some hits. The Nationals team has been putting up some runs in their great streak they're on right now. That off-speed breaking ball really tying up hitters early on in the ball game. 1 and 2.
Yeah, well, some of the big injuries they've had to tap into the minor leagues a little bit. And the guys that have stepped up have really helped. Of course, the catcher with Wieters down, Severino, who's catching today. He's got some power, and Defoe.
Defoe goes to the Bermuda Triangle and gets an RBI base hit. You don't have to hit it hard, but you do have to hit it. And he found some space and picks up an RBI and a 2-1 Nationals lead.
Wow, just placing it over Scope's head, dropping right in front of Trumbo. Good pitch. Only fooling Defoe with the big breaking ball, and you see him reach out there, kind of a half swing, just trying to touch the baseball, and certainly a good thing happens. RBI for Defoe on this little bloop single.
So Defoe gets RBI number 15 on the year, the switch hitter. Severino doing the catching. He has done a lot of it this year for the Nationals with Matt Wieters out. 2 down, and the chance to run. Here's one of those situations where if you want to go, you might do it here. He is 2 for 4. He's not one of their leading base stealers. They are led by Taylor, who's got 11, and Turner the most at 14. Slider is going to miss outside. Severino not in the ball game last night. First time against Dylan Bundy. He's had 1 hit in his last 10 at bats. Nationals catchers are primarily noted for their defensive play through their minor league careers. There goes the runner. Swing, and that one may have caught the glove, or the bat may have caught Cisco. He came up to throw, and ball came out. Runner will come back. Foul ball. Was it fouled off?
Yeah, pretty much. I think a hit and run here, and Cisco coming out of the gate might have caught him up underneath the mask. Take a look over the top of the glove, and yeah, catches him in the side of the neck there. Man. You see the swing. Oh, and then catches him on the rib on the backswing as well. What else? And then look out for the bus, and here comes the Tiger. My gosh, everything happening to him. Unbelievable. Cisco neck ball, and then the bat in the side. Holy cow.
He gets 5 for cross-checking and a game misconduct.
Man, oh man.
Runner back. Runner was going. As Mike said, though, that was a hit and run, not a straight steal. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Severino straight up D against him. Runner goes, fakes, stops, took off 2 or 3 steps. Just trying to draw some attention over there, and then came back.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the speed can put so much pressure not only on Bundy, but the defense as well. You know, Manny's out there, got his eye on him. Jonathan Scope, so they're taking a step towards second base. That speed can wreak some havoc.
2 ball, 1 strike count. Runner not going anywhere, and that one's going to be cued off the end of the bat, foul. And the count will stay at 2-2. So both these pitchers being tested a little bit early in the ball game as far as number of pitches being thrown. A lot of foul balls. Dylan Bundy going to find a way to get that third out, helped out by the double play hit into by Taylor. No small matter, because Taylor is tough. to get a double play on. Long hold. Runner not going. Timeout call for.
I like that. Dylan Bundy, I mean, that's just a sign of a veteran pitcher right there. You got the runner at first base kind of getting in his head a little bit, bouncing around. So Bundy a longer hold there. You got to be able to mix things up to break up some timing, not only of the hitter, but the base runner out there. So nice job.
Ground ball that he had to wait on. Fouled it off. Another off-speed delivery and a protect me swing. And Severino will keep his at-bat alive. Yeah, Bundy's had to work on that. Buck Showalter, there's no ground given on pitchers being able to hold runners. You have to do that if you're going to pitch on a Buck Showalter team. And Dylan has had some problems with that. And that's why he's varying, as Mike says, this hold time. 2-2 count. Severino's just 24 years old. He's a non-drafted free agent out of the Dominican Republic. He was rated the best defensive catcher in the Washington system last year. He's had a great arm, minor league years, playing since 2011. He's been up with Washington on and off since 2015. Runner goes, won't matter, gets the strikeout. Bundy's got 3 Ks, a run in, and a 2-1 Nationals lead. Collected 500 more for every Orioles home run hit tonight, and there's already been one. $500. You too can enter. Home Run Rich's scratch-offs went up to 50,000 or enter non-winning tickets for a chance to be the contestant of the game. Visit mdlottery.com/home run. Rodrigo, you've already got good luck. You already got one. Orioles bat off Hellickson. Nationals leading at 2-1. Mike Trumbo. Trumbo with a couple of hits, 7 at bats off Hellickson. Had a 0 for 2 in the opener yesterday. He's hit in 5 of the last 6 though since coming off the DL. He's been able to make some contact and get on base for the Orioles. So the Orioles happy to have him back in that lineup. He's getting the start in right field in the ball game tonight. Game number 22. Couple of home runs, 8 RBIs. 0-1 delivery. Hellickson will just miss on the inside.
Now Hellickson and Bundy similar in the sense that they just have smooth, quiet deliveries, almost kind of lull you to sleep. And then here comes the noise of fastball. You got to play both fastballs up a little bit. Of course, got to be a little bit more patient. Hellickson with the curve and the change combination.
You'll get that one in, and Trumbo will get it out. Center field, another base hit. So the Orioles get the leadoff man on base. Mark Trumbo continues to hit the ball hard.
Nice swing right there by Mark Trumbo. Take a look at the hurling heroics. Talked about it, Gary. Last season, Jeremy struggling. You see the earned run average 5.43 at a 6.97 when he was with the O's last season. big turnaround this year. 2.13 earned run average. There are a couple factors. We mentioned the secondary pitches, but I also think the front office for the Nationals says, listen, let him go 2 times through the lineup. The 3rd time through, his numbers get skyrocketed. So they're taking him out after the 2nd time through the lineup.
He's a modern day 5-inning pitcher.
Yeah.
Try and have a lead and 5 innings, turn it over to the bullpen.
Yeah, 1 time he's gone over 6 innings.
That's it. Pitch will be taken outside. Pedro Alvarez, the Orioles designated hitter. Alvarez 2 for 4, including a home run lifetime off Hellickson. As we said, Hellickson's coming into the ball game averaging 13.8 pitches per inning. Orioles are taking him over that so far. And that is a strike on the inside corner, 1-1 to Pedro. We're talking about the improvement ERA. Hellickson is 2nd in the majors in improvement in ERA from last year to this year. Johnny Cueto is number 1, improved by 3.68, and Jeremy Hellickson 2nd, 3.30. Significant. I mean, those are significant drops for those 2 pitchers.
Boy, it sure is. And you know, just like I think anything, you start to get your confidence going. You start believing in what you're featuring, and good things are going to happen. You start snowballing in the negative direction. Boy, it's tough to get out of it. And I think Jeremy got caught up in that last season. He's always put up good numbers in his whole career, and there's no reason to think that he wouldn't bounce back, and he certainly has this year.
1-2 delivery. A chopper is going to go to second base. Default 1, relay 2. Well, the double play is turning up here in the first 2 games of this series for both ball clubs.
Yeah, we've seen the standard double plays here. One with the shift on. Of course, everybody pulled over with Alvarez up, and there's Defoe onto Rendon to clean up the double play, filling up that 3-4 hole. And then the quick release onto the 3rd baseman. Yeah, making the pivot out in the middle of the field. Get Alvarez for the double play.
So 2 down, takes off the leadoff single hit by Trumbo. Now Joey Rickard, who's not supposed to be in the lineup, but with Danny Valencia coming out for reasons we do not know about yet. We may never know. Rickard's out in left field, 2 down, nobody on. And the pitch will be taken down low for a ball. Did not play in the ball game yesterday. He has been in and out of the lineup in left and right field on the season. 1-0 delivery off the fist and foul. Joey Rickard in just his 14th game. Couple of home runs, 5 RBIs. Very solid with that .263 batting average. He's gone 5 for 14 here in his home yard.
Yeah, Joey's typically been a nice little spark plug for this team. They need him to spark the offense again.
That'll go to the hole. Knocked down by Turner. He's not going to get him. Outstanding effort by Trey Turner, but the speed of Joey Rickard, it's an infield single.
Yeah, that's what you like to see. Some good stuff all the way around. Hellickson, not a bad pitch. Rickard reaching out there, finding the barrel. How about this? Line drive, 1 hopper to Turner. Gets up to his feet, fires a seed across, but Rickard sensing that hit. Boy, he adds another half step to it and does beat it out by a half step. A big hit right there.
So the Orioles, couple of hits in the inning, have a runner on at first base and 2 down. Turner with an outstanding effort. He moves over in the shift now to the second base side. Chad Sisco, Orioles catcher, did not play in the ball game last night. He too has pumped the average up here at Camden Yards, hitting .333 here at home this year. Off-speed breaking ball by Hellickson will be in there for a strike. Hellickson 9-4 lifetime against the Orioles, .338 earned run average in those starts against the O's.
That consistency right there. Hits by direction, just spraying it all over the field. Shown some power actually the opposite way this year as well.
Yeah, well, they've shifted the infield. They have not moved the outfield. The outfield is pretty much straight away.
Yes, it is.
Signaling the reading of those reports on where Sisco takes the ball in the outfield. 0-1 count with 2 down. We're in the second. Nationals lead it 2-1. Showing bunt, pushed at it, fouled it off. Severino trying to get that hand out of there. Catchers used to be, and some still do, will hold that bare hand behind their leg, that right leg, and not bring it back up until the ball is in the glove. For plays just like that, trying to prevent that bare hand being hit by a bunt or something.
Yeah.
Not all catchers do that anymore, but it's a protective device when you got that bare hand going to keep it down kind of behind the shin guard a little bit. Severino chooses not to. 0-2 count. Runner off first, slider inside. 1-2.
Kind of a set play right there, calling for that fastball actually up and in, and he quickly turns and looks at first base, trying to catch Rickard napping down there. A quick throw behind play, but Rickard well aware of what was going on.
Hellickson has not given up more than a couple of runs in the last 22 2/3 innings, covering 2 starts. Soft toss over. Hellickson wasn't sure he was going to be playing anywhere. He's in his 9th major league season. Ended up being invited to spring training by the Nationals. Signed on as free agent invitee. And here he is, and perhaps the best rotation in baseball. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Runner not going. Another one that moves inside, blocked by Severino. And the count goes to 2-2.
Important block right there. A young catcher spiking the breaking ball. He can get Rickard out at second base. That, of course, is the goal of the Orioles right now. And Rickard over at first base, kind of anticipating the ball in the dirt. Here it is, the knuckle curve, kicking up some dust, but nice block right there by Severino, keeping it right in front of him.
Count at 2-2. Rickard has at least drawn Hellickson's attention. 2-2 delivery and a swing and a miss. So Hellickson gets his 3rd strikeout. The Orioles no runs, couple of hits, big double play in the inning for Washington. Is brought to you by PNC. Make today the day. By Royal Farms. Pick up your ROFO rewards card today at any Royal Farms to save on gas and to start earning points for free stuff. Details in store. And by Ocean City. No end to the fun you'll have in Ocean City. Plan your trip today at OCOcean.com. Summer night here at the ballpark. Mookie Betts is out of the lineup again for the Red Sox. That's 3 games in a row he has missed. They are leading Toronto 3-0 tonight, but Betts is not in. Swing and a miss. Back to work against the top of the order, Trey Turner. Red Sox announcing before the game tonight, apparently Betts is not scheduled to play until their next series. So I guess that would be Thursday. All they're saying is he's got a problem with a muscle pull in his side. Oblique. Can you say oblique?
Yeah.
I hope
they don't want to say it, do
they? No. And hopefully it isn't. Turner, the 1-1 delivery, bunting for a base hit. That is a spectacular bunt. That's as good as it gets right there, and he's on.
Yeah, pretty good touch right there, and of course he's a blazer. Pretty good speed hustling down that line. And take a look at the placement right here. A real good slider, so he did not want to see that again. and he lays down the perfect bunt. See Jace Peterson playing back a little bit, probably 3 or 4 steps behind third base, and that is a green light for a guy with speed.
So leadoff man on, second time in 3 innings. Turner picking up the base hit, now has a 10-game hit streak. And that'll bring Harper up. First pitch he saw from Bundy launched and got his 17th home run, leading the league in that department. Harper also 4th in RBIs batted in on the season. He now has 39, 4th in the National League. Infield at double play depth. Big swing and a miss. Harper has been the most difficult to get a double play off in the National League. If you think about it, that makes all the sense in the world. He doesn't hit the ball on the ground.
Right. No, you're right. I know Chris Davis, I think the year he actually led all of baseball in home runs, was one of the tougher guys to double up.
Yep. If you don't get a ground ball, it's hard to get a double play.
Right.
Runner on first, not going, leaning a little bit. Home run, first inning.
Now let's take a look at it StatCast wise here. 101 miles an hour off the bat. Another one with some serious altitude, 33-degree launch angle, almost 400 feet out there into the seats.
Leading the National League in walks, he's got 46 free passes on the year. 8 of those intentional. That's also a league leading number for Bryce Harper. And while he doesn't hit into double plays, as you might also expect, he gets his share of sac flies. All those balls he puts in the air, 5 sac flies, that's first in the National League. 0-1 count, runner on at first. Turner with real good speed. That one is going to be drilled to right field, and it's going to fall in for a base hit. Delayed start Turner to wait to see whether Trumbo had a chance on that, and Harper's 2 for 2. And again, 2 on and nobody out. Oriole fans, when the Orioles score 5 runs or more, get 50% off regular menu price online orders at papajohns.com with the promo code Orioles5. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's. Manny wants to have a word with his pitcher. Dylan Bundy comes over to use the rosin bag. They may or may not charge that as a visit. You got to fake it.
Yeah. Came in and got the rosin, and then he said, hey, you're turning it with scope, but don't let the umpire know that I came in and told you that.
Rendon, a strikeout victim first time up. Same situation as the second inning when the first 2 were on. 6 hits on the board now for the Nationals. Rendon will take a breaking ball outside. Rendon's hitting only $172 with runners in scoring position. Well off that 270 overall average he's got going. They're not going to give, the Orioles aren't going to give Turner a big lead at second base. Scopes moved over in that direction, almost on the bag with him. And foul back in a pretty good cut, 1-1.
Yeah, you really got to stay on Turner. He will take third base. We showed his steals and attempts, very successful. So he's looking to steal. You see Jonathan Schoop, though, right in his back pocket. And you cannot let him take that extra step or create any rhythm out there at second base.
Second in the league, National League, stolen bases, 14, Turner. 1-1. Bundy's delivery, got that one in on the fist a little bit, and gets up in the count here, 1-2.
Yeah, good fastball, 93, one of his better fastballs here today. Struck him out actually with that inside fastball. Wonder if he's going to double up in there with the heater, or maybe try to expose him with the slider here second time up.
I was looking up today the major league average when a hitter's got 2 strikes on him. I'm just letting you think, not you, the fans. Average is 170. 1-2 delivery on the way, and swung on and got him. He didn't get a piece of that one. Strikeout number 4 and a big one for Bundy.
There you go. Another chase, helping that chase right here. The power slider. Take a look at the Nissan pitch cast. Looks like a fastball on that outside corner. Following up pitch 1 and 2, and it just dive bombs down and away. Rendon, pretty good balance, but this one forces him to reach out there. And how about that? All the weight falling forward.
So the strikeout is the first out. Orioles infield at double play depth with the left-hander Adams up now. He struck out his first time up, their designated hitter. Lefties are 293 off Dillon. Fouled away. Right-handers only 190. By the way, Andrelton Simmons leads the major leagues in average with 2 strikes, hitting .394.
Oh my! How about that? That's impressive.
Yikes! Mookie Betts had been the leader for the first 6 weeks, I think, hitting around .400 with 2 strikes. 0-1 count, 2 on, 1 down. Bundy trying to work his way through another difficult inning. He'll come inside at 93.
I think Dillon, he hasn't been too happy with a couple of his pitches, and that pitch right there, one of the pitches that he wanted to establish earlier in this at bat. He missed that inside fastball, so he just told himself, I'm going to stick it in there if it takes hitting him. And look at how far that second fastball was, a good foot off that inside corner.
1-1 delivery, ground ball to first base, handled by Davis. Go for 2. There's 1. The relay, and it's in time. Good move by Bundy off the mound to get over to first base, and the double plays just keep on coming. They had to hurry this one. Nobody better doing that than Manny, and Bundy was there to take the throw. Nationals lead at 2-1.
By sharing a photo or video with hashtag #HatsOffForHeroes. For each post, T-Mobile will donate $1 to support veterans.
Well, good ball game underway here as it is 2-1. The Nationals on top, out hitting the Orioles 6-3. That's the bullpen for the Orioles tonight. He's warmed up, ready to go. Wham! Throw it at the guy. Throw it at that camera operator. Go ahead. That camera doesn't cost much anyway. He's got his puka beads on too. Haven't seen some of those for a while.
Oh my!
Must have older parents who grew up in the '60s. Bottom half of the 3rd inning. Jeremy Hellickson, no walks, 3 strikeouts. He'll go to work with a left-hander at the plate. And Jace Peterson will take the pitch for a strike. Peterson 3 for 9. Lifetime off Jeremy Hellickson. Not in the ball game yesterday.
Yeah, Peterson, another one of the players that could really add a huge spark if you got his bat going a little bit. Right when he came over to this team, he ignited him on the bases. I mean, it just seemed like, wow, this is the guy they're looking for. But then his bat cooled off and started seeing some limited playing time.
That hit him. Hopefully he's all right. Caught part of the hand, I think, there, so a hit batter.
Yeah, looked like a slider. There it is, getting on the side of the baseball and riding in, catching that back elbow. Man, more on the forearm.
Yeah. First hit batter by Hellickson this year. So Peterson is on. Orioles have the leadoff man on, 2nd consecutive inning. Down here 2-1. Peterson's been hit by a pitch a couple of times this year. See if the Orioles can do something with it. Jonathan Scope, top of the order, strikeout victim, first time up. He will take the breaking down Breaking ball down low.
You know, Buck today in his presser kind of talking about the Oriole offense is kind of sputtering right now, and just really kind of lack of selectivity up there, especially with runners in scoring position. Maybe guys just, like Buck says all the time, guys trying too hard. The want's there, but just being a little bit more patient to get the pitch that they can drive.
That one off the end of the bat, not hard. Turner, default, double play. Holy moly. Double plays are everywhere here in the first 2 games of this series. So leadoff man off again.
Yeah, seeing a lot of them. Yeah, just a routine ground ball, a little changeup getting off the end of the bat. Jonathan Scope. It was an elevated pitch, a mistake actually, but it ends up working out well for Hellickson and the Nats.
So the Orioles have turned a couple of double plays in the ball game, and so have the Nationals. Orioles are holding up, looking at the video on this, maybe on the play at second base. Was he on the bag when he got the ball? Probably
Close.
not.
That is close.
No challenge.
Huh.
So 2 down, nobody on.
Yeah, probably inconclusive, right?
Yeah.
Let's hope the spike was on it.
Off speed delivery. Adam Jones out in front. Adam grounded out his first time up. Hellickson trying to get that pitch count down by having a quick inning here as an opportunity after being helped out by that ground ball double play. Adam, his 15th multi-hit game of the season last night. Big numbers we showed you against Washington. He has hit safely coming into this ball game in 41 of 49 games against the Nationals. That's why he's got that .322 lifetime batting average against Washington.
And a big reason why the Orioles have played so well against the Nats. A winning record.
44 and 36 all time. The Orioles with the advantage. Orioles are 27 and 15 against the Nationals here at Camden Yards. 1-1 delivery. Adam chasing one that's way outside. 1-2.
Oh, slider right there from Hellickson. Kind of looking the same out of his hand right now. Really, that's why he's had so much success. Most pitchers that able to pitch an extended amount of time at the major league level, it better look similar. Everything looking the same out of your hand.
Right-handers hitting only 157 against him this year. 1-2 delivery comes inside and will miss on it. And the count goes to 2-2 on Jones. The Nationals 8 games above 500, a half game out of first place. First time they have been 8 over this year. And they have won 8 consecutive games on the road coming into this one. 2-2 delivery on the way. Adam goes after it, pops it up third base. Rendon. He's got it. Only 3 batters faced. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. Nationals lead it 2-1. Sunset time. As you take a look from atop Camden Yards in a 2-1 ball game. Harper, Manny Machado, each have had home runs. RBI single. Defoe has given the Nationals the 2-1 lead. Here is Mark Reynolds to lead it off. Shift on in the infield. Reynolds a base hit. Run scored. His first time up. So he's now gone 1 for 4 in the games. Former Oriole trying to make his mark. Hang in there as the injured start coming back. Some of these who are playing trying to earn a spot like that way back. And goodbye home run. Mark Reynolds is making his mark with the Nationals by doing just that. That is his 6th home run in the 12th game he has played in with 34 at-bats.
Yeah, he does not want to go back to the minor leagues. Of course, a couple Nats on the DL, Zimmerman on the DL, Murphy, and Reynolds stepping up to fill that big void. My goodness, jumping on an inside heater. Not a terrible pitch, maybe in off the plate, but look at how Reynolds pulls his hands in there, finding the barrel. Familiar hitting here at Camden Yards, knows that short porch.
So Dylan Bundy has now surrendered 16 home runs on the year. And Reynolds gives him a 3-1 lead. That ball's going to be a base hit into center field. The 19-year-old Soto comes up with a single. He's 2 for 2 in the ball game and 4 hits in 6 at-bats for him here in these 2 games. Well, this season at Oriole Park, the kids cheer free. Bring young Oriole fans ages 9 and under to Camden Yards free of charge. Every adult purchasing the regularly priced individual game ticket Upper Deck invited to bring up to 2 children free of charge. And while at the ballpark, check out the new and improved Kids Corner featuring the Birdhouse. For tickets, it's Orioles.com/kidsfree. Fill them up in the Upper Deck. Just like that. And a swing and a miss. Runner on at first base. Taylor hit into a double play his first time up. So a 3-1 lead. 8 hits already on the board. With nobody out here in the 4th inning, as the Nationals offense, which has been on the attack over the last 3+ weeks, continuing to do so here. Breaking ball. That one is going to miss outside. Taken by Taylor. And the count goes to 1-1.
Oh, nice try. Doubling up with the slider right there. They're getting on the Bundy fastball right now. So expect him to feature a few more breaking balls here. Doubling up on the slider. Maybe a few big hooks to slow him down a little bit. Mixing the change as well.
1 ball, 1 strike count. Throw over. Soto, the youngster, back. The Nationals are still trying to figure out exactly what this young player is going to be. It's only his 4th professional season, and he's come all the way up from A ball here in less than a year. That ball, he had to pull his arms in. He's going to get a base hit to left. Soto read it well. He'll stop at second base. Played back in by Rickard, and they're hitting Bundy. That's a home run and 2 singles here in the 4th inning.
Yeah, getting on a fastball again. Take a look. Bundy trying to jam one in on the hands. Taylor pulling the hands in tight. Fortunately off the label, but finding some outfield grass. If not, very similar pitch to Reynolds. That's going to prompt a quick visit from Roger McDowell. They need to start moving some feet.
Yeah. So 2 hits in the last ball game against the White Sox. 9 hits already on the board in this game against Washington. He's given up as many as 11. That was against Tampa Bay back on April 26th. The most hits surrendered, and that was a career high.
Well, the thing about Dylan is, you know, he's got his stuff working, but he is so aggressive on the plate. He's trying to make these real good pitches on the edges, and he's making a lot of quality pitches, but they're just being aggressive early, jumping on that first pitch fastball, knowing he wants to get ahead, throw a first pitch strike. I mean, he's only thrown 13 balls in this game, 40 strikes so far, so maybe mix in a few balls, right?
Yeah. Defoe will take the pitch. So with the 2 home runs given up here in this game, the home runs have come often and early of late. 15 of the 16 home runs last 7 starts.
Yeah, that bump in the road, the 3-start bump in the road where he gave up 9, that set him back a little bit.
Fouled off. Runners on at first and second. Orioles playing for the double play. Peterson is even closer at third base. RBI base hit for Defoe his first time up. Nationals on top 3-1, trying to make more out of it here in the top half of the fourth inning. Severino, their catcher, hitting ninth on deck. 1-1 delivery. Defoe went upstairs, popped it up outside of third. There'll be no play.
I like that. Now, I don't know if that was an intentional fastball up at the top of the zone, but I just think it's a part of the game that Bundy could be more consistent with. Right now, very good at working inside and outside, but has not yet really touched the top of the strike zone. I think you can expand up there and get a lot of pop-up outs. There you see that last pitch just up and out of the zone, inducing a swing, you know, and you're going to get some easy outs up there.
Runners off first and second base. 1-2 delivery. Did he go? No. Andy Fletcher, quick call down at third on the no swing. Count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. And we're talking about this offense of the Nationals to go along with that tremendous rotation. They've given great support to their starting pitchers by getting runs early and often in the ball game. 2-2 delivery. That one to center. Adam Jones has got it lined up. Runner tags at second, will stay. Adam throws behind the runner, but he didn't go anywhere. Soto stays right there. First and second still. Fourth inning of Orioles baseball, brought to you by the all-wheel drive RAV4. Toyota, what drives you? Visit buyatoyota.com for great deals. Gary Thorne and Mike Bordick with you. Orioles are in a 3-game losing streak. Washington has won 4 in a row. And as we said, Nationals have a chance to move into first place in the National League East. They're a half game behind Atlanta starting today. Atlanta's playing the Mets. Philadelphia just a game out, a half game behind Washington. Phillies playing on the West Coast against the Dodgers. Phillies blew a ball game last night. They had a lead going into the bottom of the 8th inning. Dodgers came back and got runs in the 8th. 0-1 count, 1 down. Big at bats coming right here in the 4th inning. Trying to keep the score at just 3-1. The homer by Reynolds starting the inning out. Runners go to third. Throw down. Not in time. We were just talking about that. Stealing third base, Mike and I, between innings. Soto, the youngster, got a big jump.
Yeah, and there you see that little rhythm created out there. Now somebody out in the infield, maybe Scope, he's probably the guy keeping him closer out there, could yell to Bundy, step off. When you see that base runner creeping a little bit, trying to create a little rhythm, you know he's got Steele in the back of his mind. Even Dillon could have stepped off right there if he saw that kind of rhythm. It's got to be a little bit more aware, and I think they're just caught off guard right there, not expecting the steal.
That is his first stolen base at the major league level. Taylor did not go. He's got a big lead over there right now, though. 1 down, 0-2 the count. Now first and third, and he will step off. He was taking a long look at Taylor, who is edging off at first base.
Yeah, tough situation right now for the Orioles. Good speed at first base and third base. Now look at Taylor's lead, man.
Severino at the plate, number 9 hitter. Runner fakes a go. Ball gets away. Runner will stay.
That's a big block from Cisco. Beautiful. And Taylor taking that huge lead out there, getting out beyond the cut. Probably just a one-way lead, maybe to get into Cisco's head, into Bundy's head a little bit.
Don't take a bunt out of this situation with 1 away. Peterson is back at third. Long look being taken at first. Severino, a strikeout victim, his first time up, where that lead stays long by Taylor at first base. 1 ball, 2 strike count. He'll take the pitch way up and away. Count goes to 2-2. So Severino trying to get an RBI. Lots of signs being given. Tim Bogar, first base coach, talking with his base runner Taylor after every pitch. 2-2. Runners off first and third. There goes the runner. Ground ball knocked down. No play at second. And runner stays at third. So they get the out, and a run does not score.
Nice play by Dylan Bundy. really helping himself out. Now, you might think, oh, he let this one go, but Taylor had a great jump out there, and there's just too much traffic. Nice read by Bundy. Quick look, understanding no chance of getting that force out, and easily getting the second out at first base.
So a chance to get out of the inning. Here's another one of those big moments in a ball game. Base hit, scores 2. Makes it 5-1. An out, and the ball game stays 3-1. And the leadoff batter with a base hit, Ray Turner, that 10-game hit streak. He'll go after the soft pitch with a soft swing for a strike.
Yeah, we've seen that, I think, 3 times in this inning. This Nationals team trying to jump on that first pitch fastball, and Bundy pulling the string on the slider a few times. Of course, it was Soto and Taylor jumping on some fastballs as well, but nice pitch there. Get into the count.
Nationals already 1 for 6 with runners in scoring position, so they're getting chances. 0-1 count. And another one. Had him just way out in front on an almost non-swing swing, and it goes to 2 strikes.
Yeah, just not picking up the spin, and the respect for the Bundy fastball. I think it's just getting on some hitters, so they're starting a little sooner. Turner definitely cheating right there. Back-to-back sliders and back-to-back whiffs.
So an 0-2 count. Runners off, second and third. There are 2 down. And got him on the outside corner. Strikeout number 5 for Dylan Bundy, and that is a big one. The home run by Mark Reynolds accounts for the runs, but 2 are left in scoring position. Our MNT do-ups here in the inning. Machado, Davis, and Trumbo. League season for the bullpens in the American League. The Astros have the best ERA in the pen. Red Sox are ranked 2nd. The Orioles 4.38 is 11th. And the National League bullpen, well, take the Rays. We'll go back to that. The most innings pitched per start in the majors. Kluber at the top. But how about this for the Nationals? Strasburg, Rourke, and Scherzer. They are all tied for 7th, pitching 6 2/3 inning a game. And the lowest run support goes to 2 Orioles, Cobb and Cashner.
Yeah, how about that? You know, they should have definitely have more wins. Look at Scherzer. And of course, Mr. Cashner. But Dylan Bundy, he's the recipient of the most run support. And unfortunately, Cashner and Cobb getting cut short.
And Manny will lead it off, and he will take the pitch in there for a strike. 0-1. Machado, Davis, and Trumbo due up. We're in the bottom half of the 4th inning. 3-1 lead for the Nationals. Manny with a home run in the 1st inning, his 16th of the season. That tied the ball game up at the time 1-1. Slider moves way outside. Manny no interest in that. A 1-ball, 1-strike count.
Manny's getting himself into a real good position to see the baseball. And you got to be seeing it well against Hellickson. He flips up so many different pitches. And of course, Manny jumping on the breaking ball for the home run.
1 ball, 1 strike delivery on the way. And again outside. And again, way too far to even look at. Manny's got a 4-game hit streak now, continued with the home run that he picked up in that first inning. Manny, of course, continues among the leaders in all kinds of categories. The home run places him 4th in homers at 16. Mike Trout's got 18, leading the league. Manny's first in RBIs, though, with 45, 1 ahead now of J.D. Martinez. Manny will get another base hit. That one's going to go to right center field. So Manny's bat heating up again, and a leadoff single for the Orioles. Now, what we're going to show you regarding the pitchers in our notebook, the most innings pitched in the American League by a bullpen. No surprise it's the Rays, because they're starting with their bullpen and then using their bullpen for the rest of games. The Orioles rank 4th at 193 innings pitched by their bullpen. The Indians have the fewest at 139. Buck Showalter is always watching that number. How many innings are being pitched by guys in the bullpen individually? He does not want any one of them to be up there among the leaders in innings pitched.
Right. Yeah,
Davis, a strikeout victim.
Unfortunately, this year, like years prior, a lot of early exits. We got to chew up some innings out of the bullpen. But Buck is so good about managing the pen and keeping those arms out of harm's way. But a lot of innings thrown already for the bullpen.
Yep. Araujo, Rule 5 out there, being used less and less in any key situation. That's the other problem he's got. Mike Wright's not being used in key situations, being used in long relief. So the guy, the go-to people that he wants in tight ball games, it's kind of limited, based on his trust right now of some of the guys in the pen. 0-1 count in the air, center field. Taylor is there, runner halfway. Davis retired on the fly ball out. So the first out of the inning. Orioles have had the leadoff man on now 3 innings in a row. At least stayed out of the double play that time, which these teams are both turning with frequency. Here's Mike Trumbo, delivered a base hit leading off the 2nd inning.
Need one of those Trumbo jumbos. Only 2 home runs this year, but the average up over 300. We've been talking about Trumbo just kind of finding the barrel after some inconsistencies last year, even in the spring training. And I think now feeling a little bit better with squaring things up. Well, time for him to really start cutting it loose and driving the baseball. The Orioles start to need some thumps, some crooked number innings.
Pitch is in there for a strike. Now, the Orioles certainly don't want to do what they did last night, and that's have the low run support. None last night, 1 so far here in this ball game. 11 of the last 13. Orioles have scored 3 or fewer runs. 6-0 last night for Washington. Strike call. Trumbo didn't think so, and the count will go to 0-2. A little chatter going on there. Jeff Nelson behind the plate is the crew chief. If there's an advantage, and it's not a big one, it'll go to the pitcher. Laz Diaz, Benny Gonzalez, Andy Fletcher, the umpiring crew. Hellickson, the look over. That'll miss down low, and a 1-ball 2-strike count on Mark Trumbo.
A pretty good pitch right there, and that's what the veteran guys do. He gets a call on a breaking ball, a questionable pitch, borderline. He tries to double it up, enticing Trumbo to swing, but good take there by Trumbo. That's what you want to do if you're getting the calls.
Manny back to the bag. Once upon a time, Manny used to do some running, stealing bases. Not anymore. He's picked up a couple of stolen bases this year. 2 out of 3. Mostly coming on back ends, double steals. Manny not a base stealer. 1-2. Hellickson's delivery, and that's gonna miss. Close.
Oh.
Tough to take that one. 2-2.
That's the one that was called strike 2. So everybody kind of wondering what's going on.
Trumbo to be followed by Alvarez. Infield moves over a little bit more in this 2-ball 2-strike count Defoe over towards the bag at second base. Hellickson, the long hold, and a 2-2 on the inside. So he got ahead of him, but then Trumbo wouldn't go after those close pitches, and it's a full count.
Yeah, a couple borderline pitches there, and trying to sneak some fastball in underneath the hands of Trumbo, but works in off the plate. Now you expect nothing but slop, a changeup or another breaking ball to Trumbo.
Manny off first, not going. Trumbo to short. Diving catch, Turner. Manny's at first. So Turner perfectly positioned. He didn't have time to take many steps, and Trumbo lines out. And there are two down. Hey, listen up, Birdland. Dunkin' Donuts has the perfect way to celebrate O's game day. Dunkin' Donuts Perks members receive medium hot or iced coffee for 99 cents. Orioles home game days, June through August. Your local Dunkin' Donuts is only a short stop away. Twilight time here with the lights taking effect in the ballpark. There are two down. Machado with the leadoff single still on at first base. Pedro Alvarez hit into a double play first time up. Two down here, so the full shift employed. And the pitch will be on the inside corner for a strike. Orioles have not been able to get a lot out of the DH spot. They are down near the bottom in average RBIs and runs from their designated hitters on the season. Pedro as a DH hitting only 167, which is the lowest batting average for DHs in the league. The 0-1 delivery to him, off speed pitch. 0-2.
Well, pretty good breaking ball right there. After getting the call on a fastball inside, kind of speeding Alvarez up a little bit. I always thinking he's got to protect for the heater, so a little quick on the slow hook. There you see it buried in the middle of the plate. Yeah, the Oriole DHs, along with the other spots in the lineups, struggling. The DH is only hitting just over 200 at 201.
0-2 delivery on the way. Breaking ball stopped. Severino holding the runner at first base.
But the Bull has run into 8 home runs this year. Boy, would they love to tie one up right now. A little 2-out lightning from Alvarez.
Yep, it has been an all or nothing in that regard for Pedro. 19 hits and 8 of them home runs. That's a really high percentage.
Yeah.
As the runner on at first in the outfield deep. 1-2. And Hellickson will step off. I've always found there's an argument in baseball. I wonder, humid nights, hot weather, ball travel on humid nights, ball travel further or less?
It feels like it should travel less, but I think it travels further on the humid nights.
Yeah.
You'd think the heavy air might keep it down.
That seems to be a consensus. I've always thought, you play so many games in humid weather in baseball, obviously middle of summer, and you'd right away think, well, the air is heavy, so the ball's not going to travel that far. But most baseball players say yes, it does.
Yeah, it jumps.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, everybody waits for it to heat up around Camden. That's for sure.
Yeah. 1 ball, 2 strike count again. Alvarez hanging tough here on Hellickson. Another one down low. Severino's earned his pay tonight. He's blocked a lot of those pitches that are down that Hellickson wants to use. Pretty good arm, 8 for 22, throwing people out. Severino behind the plate.
Well, Severino and actually Wieters were in competition in spring training.
Yeah.
And you know, the Nats with their veteran pitching staff took the veteran backstop, of course, but Severino was right up because 2 games into the season Wieters went down.
Popped up middle infield. Short or second baseman. And that will do it. So the inning over, the Orioles get a leadoff single, and that's right where Machado stays.
the double play here in this series. How about Machado to Scope? Look at that exchange, 0.70 seconds, getting rid of it lightning fast. Defoe onto the third baseman. Are you kidding me? Everybody turning double plays. This is a beauty here. 3-6-3. How about Dylan Bundy covering 63 feet? And then the Nats, they've been doing it did it last night and then tonight, helping Hellickson out right there. Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com to see how much you could save.
Nationals on top, 3-1. Dylan Bundy. First pitch will miss. Bundy now 14 out of 20 in first pitch strikes thrown. He threw one to Harper in the first inning, first pitch, and Harper put it into the right center field seats. Harper's 2 for 2. Also had a base hit in the third, and the pitch will come inside to him. So Harper trying to heat up his bat. It's gone a little cool, not on the home run side of it, but on just multi-hit ball games. It quieted down just a little bit. Bundy with a 2-0. Harper taking all the way, not even close.
Yeah, Harper, like so many hitters, can tend to be streaky at times, but when he's locked in, you just don't think he's ever going to get out of it. I mean, incredible balance, limited head movement.
And big swings.
And huge swings. He's got to swing harder than anybody in the game right now, but he does it with incredible balance. That's the key. I mean, how about that? A little bit of a fall back, but still, for as aggressively as he swings.
3 ball, 1 strike delivery on the way. Shift on against him, into that shift, Scope over, can't get it, base hit. Perfect spot for it, and he hit it hard enough to get it through even with a shift on. So a 3 for 3 night for Harper. Well, the Birds are going to host the Yankees this Thursday, May 31 through Sunday, June 3. On Friday, enjoy post-game fireworks and music featuring performance by the singer-songwriter Ellie Winter. Then on Saturday, you can watch the Baseball Classic, the Sandlot. Special ticket packages available to watch from the field. And on Sunday, the kids run the bases. For tickets, go to Orioles.com. Don't forget, every Friday here at home this season, music and fireworks every Friday. Punched in the air to center, Bermuda Triangle, back to get it. Jonathan Scope. No chance for Adam Jones on that. Harper goes back. Rendon is retired.
And nice play by Scope. A real good first step right there. Nice anticipation. You see the little glove 5 with Adam Jones out in center field. But a nice read right here. A little jam shot tying Rendon up. You see him trying to pull the hands in tight, but Scope had a beat on it. A nice line, making that one look pretty easy on a tough ball.
So the runner remains at first base now with 1 away. A lot of tough pitches thrown by Bundy in this ball game. He's had to work with the runners on base in every inning. 2 of the innings, first 2 got on. Big swing and a miss by the lefty Adams. Strikeout victim, and he has hit into a double play. Adams, the hot bat, 412 over the last 5 coming in. 6th in the National League with 12 home runs that Matt Adams has put up. In the outfield deep. 0-1 delivery on the way to him, will come inside.
Yeah, Adams big power to all fields. And Dylan Bundy with a nice changeup for strike 1 to get into the count. Got to keep him thinking and guessing to keep his rhythm off.
11 home runs off right-handers for Adams, 3rd most in the National. Softer pitch will miss down and away. You can see the patience and discipline of this Nationals team. We've seen it. We saw it last night. We see it again. They lead the league in walks along with leading everybody in home runs. We noted last night that's an unusual combination for their rookie manager, Martinez, and that accounts for some runs. Boy, up in the air, center field. Jones will move over towards left. He's got it, and there are 2 down. Savor the flavors of Sarasota, Florida. From fresh seafood to world-class cuisine. Visit savorsarasota.com. 2 away, runner remains at first. Harper. Reynolds, the home run, is 6th of the year, coming in the 4th inning. A base hit in the 2nd and scored. So the former Oriole has done some damage here in the ball game tonight. 2 away. Harper will have a short lead at first. Davis is going to hold him over there. And Bundy will make the throw over just to keep him close. Harper not going anywhere, and it's popped up in the air to right center. Trumbo gets underneath it and puts it away. Another good job. Leadoff single goes nowhere. Runner left on at first. 3-1 Nationals. Even stunned at this, and I keep talking about it all the time. Magic number page. We keep saying how 4 runs or more you get a win. I couldn't believe the percentage. In the American League, if you score 4 or more runs, the win percentage is .711, and 3 or fewer, win percentage is .215. Those are the records this year. In the National League, almost exactly the same. 4 or more, .742. 3 or fewer, .232. I mean, it is a magic number in baseball. 4 is the one.
You got that right.
You get 4 or more, you're going to win.
Unfortunately, the Orioles haven't had a lot of those 4-run games.
Yeah.
They've had 32 games with 3 runs or less.
Ugh. Yeah, and those go in the L column. A 1-0 count. Orioles have just 1 on the board so far in this one. Ground ball down to third. Got a back up on it. He was playing in. Nice play. Gets the out on Joey Rickert as Rendon made a nice play on it. Our PNC Minor League Insights brought to you by PNC. No better time to act than today. PNC, make today the day.
Well, how about Cedric Mullins catching some fire here? He's a switch hitter. 569 runs, 3 stolen bases, and 4 multi-hit games to earn him the Eastern League Player of the Week. Pretty impressive stuff right there. This season hitting .313. Got 22 extra base hits, 12 doubles, 4 triples, and 6 home runs. Yeah, I mentioned the switch hitter. It was his right-handed swing that kind of set him back a little bit, but he's hitting .300 this year. Good stuff there from Cedric Mullins.
A much talked about name as the Orioles head to what is believed to be a rebuilding point, at least to some degree. 1-0 count, 1 down. Chance Sisco, a strikeout victim, his first time up. Hellickson's delivery hits him.
Oh, jeez.
Looks like on, well, bottom part of the leg, around the knee or something.
How many ice bags is he going to need tonight? Wow.
Hellickson didn't hit anybody coming into the game. He's hit 2.
Take a look right off that front shin. He's already had one off the neck and a back off the side tonight, and then take one off the shin. Brian Ebel's got to get the ice bags ready.
Wow. Between innings.
Yeah.
So Peterson, number 9 hitter for the Orioles, starting at third base. Chance Sisco, he's been hit 5 times this year. That's a number you just as soon probably not lead the team in.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Especially when you're the catcher. Figure you got enough of that going on behind the plate. You don't need it when you're trying to hit.
You're kidding.
Peterson representing the potential tying run again in this game. The Orioles get that potential to the plate. Hellickson's delivery outside. Orioles out hit 10-4, trailing 3-1. Hellickson, as we said, only one inning where he's gone 6 in his starts. So he's about at the end of the rope when they usually get the bullpen going. Nobody's been up out there yet. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Only a 2-run lead for the Nationals. Peterson will go on top of that one and nudge it foul, 1-2.
Well, last night's ball game, it was real close like this, and you just expected the Orioles offense to kind of break out. One big hit, maybe string some hits together, pop one out of the yard. Just didn't happen last night for them. The same feel here tonight, though, but the Orioles they need to string some hits together. One big swing really could energize this whole offense. 1
ball, 2 strike count, short lead. Cisco at first, line drive, should be a base hit, center field, Taylor. Runner stops at second, so the Orioles get Peterson gets the base hit, and there are 2 on. And a chance for the Orioles. Get another on the board.
Good piece of hitting right here. A little hanging breaking ball, and instead of doing too much, just serving it out to center field. A lot of times you'll see a hitter get big, eyes get big, and pop that ball up to center field. Nice job staying on top, really keeping the barrel above the hands on the elevated breaking ball.
So the Orioles get a chance, and they get the top of the order. Jonathan Schoop in that leadoff spot has hit into a double play, and he is struck out. Orioles with hit number 5. Schoop hitting just .184 in these situations so far this year. And that'll be down the line, heading into foul territory. Reynolds over, leg out, no play.
Now, these are the situations that Buck was talking about, just being a little bit more selective. Wait out your pitch. Take a look at Miller out in the Nationals bullpen. This is the 3rd time around now, so you know that the Nationals are thinking about Hellickson exiting this ball game. It's time to strike for Jonathan Schoop.
Jonathan Schoop 1 for 6 lifetime against Hellickson. Another big moment in the ball game. 0-1 count. That one's ripped down the line, and it is foul. So he got around on him.
There you go. This is what you're talking about. Through the lineup. First time just 167. Second time 167. And how about the 3rd time through? Jumping up to 533. And this is why only 1 game this year over 6 innings. And that he had a perfect game going out San Diego. It kind of forced them to keep him in the ball game.
Hellickson's got an 0-2 count. Schoop 2 on, 1 down. Jonathan started the off-speed pitch. He stays off, and it was low. This is the first Orioles chance with a runner in scoring position tonight. They went 0 for 4 in the ball game last night. Bucks Ball Club 11th in the American League, 238 in these situations. One and 2. Schoop will take it inside. Hellickson finesses a lot right from the get-go. He's trying to get hitters to go after those close pitches.
Yeah, well, that's a veteran pitch right there. Not a lot of guys in the game have the confidence to throw a changeup on that inside corner. He just threw 2 fastballs in there for strikes. Schoop pulls him foul, and he tries to stick a changeup in there. Speed Schoop up, swing over the top.
2-2 delivery on the way. Jonathan will foul it back. Got one he wanted right there and takes a deep breath.
Yeah, boy, I'm surprised he's working them hard on that inner third. 3 fastballs in there, a changeup just missing inside. Doesn't want him to get his arms extended, trying to tie him up.
Runners off first and second, 2-2. In the air to center, not deep. Taylor, plenty of time. So there are 2 down, leaving the runners where they are. Well, you take a look. The Orioles take on the Mariners. Afternoon baseball Thursday, June 28, 3:05. Special ticket package available, fans 60 and over. Includes a lower level, a club level ticket in the shade, and an Orioles travel umbrella. Ticket package is limited. Umbrellas are only available through this special offer. Visit Orioles.com/seniors and get your ticket package today. Well, they'll try and do it with 2 down. Adam Jones has popped out, grounded out. Brought in that big 364 average against Hellickson with 4 home runs. And Hellickson trying to finish up this 5th inning. Martinez trying to give him a chance to do it. Since they've got the lead, he could leave as the pitcher with a chance to get a win.
There you go. Look at that stat. Pitches 1 through 75, just 185, and pitches 75 and over 455. Well, 77 pitches thrown right now. And Adam Jones, right man, right spot.
1-0 delivery on the way. That'll be outside, a little bit low. Count goes to 2-0. I mean, you can almost sense the feeling of Hellickson right now is just give me one more out. Let me find some way, because I don't have a lot left here.
You're right.
And I know I get hit hard at this point of a ball game.
Trying to be super fine. Really execute. Did a nice job against Jonathan Scope.
2-0 delivery on the way. That's going to be inside. Well, Hellickson loses Jones. He may lose the chance to be the winning pitcher. Manny Machado's waiting on deck. .30 count. Green light him.
No, I'm going to keep making Hellickson throw some pitches.
Yep. 3-0 delivery. He'll catch the outside corner with it. 84 miles an hour.
Yeah, good thing he didn't swing at that one. That is a nasty pitcher's pitch. A little changeup down and away, outside corner. All that is a little roll over to shortstop if you swing at it. Man, painted on the outside corner. Adam Jones shaking his head. Yeah, it was a borderline pitch, but seems like that side of the plate's opening up a little bit.
So Adam with a 3-1. Got it in. That's going to be a base hit into the gap. Cisco will score. Peterson is coming. They got to play at the plate. The relay throw and a hop. Got him. Orioles took the chance to get the ball game tied up. The out will be recorded at the plate as the Orioles will get one.
Nice piece of hit by Adam Jones. 3-1 count, just dropping the head on a changeup. Orioles getting on the board right there, and an aggressive send by Dickerson. You got to do it to the Orioles. Bang, bang play at the plate.
It is a 1-run ball game. utility. Call 811 before you dig. It's the law. Good ball game underway here at Camden Yards. Adam Jones picking up the RBI and came that close to getting 2. Adams got 26 on the year now. And throw out at the plate to end the inning. 7-6-2 on the putout. And a base hit on the first pitch from Bundy. Boy, this kid at 19, he's just got an idea.
I'll say.
Soto's on with a single. That's 3 for 3. He's had 5 hits and 7 at bats in the first 2 games of this series.
He's just seeing it and hitting it, not thinking about much at all. Bundy just trying to get ahead. You know, after Orioles putting a run on the board, strike 1, and Soto just says, "Oh, the heck with it. You're going to give me a strike. I'm going to whack it." 3 hits in this ball game.
So that's his first major league 3-hit ball game. He's already picked up his first major league stolen base tonight. And the pitch taken for a strike. That's 11 hits on the board as Michael Taylor takes a look for the sign here. Taylor singled, hit into a double play. Infield at double play depth. Bundy's delivery, that'll be low at 91 miles an hour.
Good chance Cisco kind of stepping out in front of the plate, making sure Bundy's okay. Very rarely do you see Bundy spin off the mound. Always in complete command of his delivery, very much under control, but that last effort spun off, maybe slipped on the release.
1 ball, 1 strike count. So for the second time this year, Dylan Bundy has surrendered 11 hits. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Big lead over there. Runner not going and pump foul down the right field line. So 1-2. I think Dylan has had some sort of a minor problem that's gone on with him a good part of this year, and it keeps jumping up on him. Buck hasn't talked about it. Dylan hasn't talked about it, but Buck has alluded to it if you read between the lines a little bit.
Yeah.
Don't know what it is. Could be a little groin problem.
Yeah, you know, you never know. And I think a lot of players out there, they're not 100% for sure. But when you're a pitcher and if something's wrong and you can't get extended or you're a little tentative, it will show up in the results. And a lot of times, I know when Dylan hit that bump in the road and had 3 real rough starts, he just wasn't finishing.
Tough play here. Got to go to second, and they will get the force out. Good play to get the lead runner. So Soto's retired at second base. Peterson the play to Jonathan Scope.
Oh, nice pitch by Dylan Bundy. And a little breaking ball in that outside corner, reaching out there, and Peterson coming in, understanding the speed out there, getting that lead runner. So important, keeping that double play in order.
Playing like a first baseman, Jonathan Scope taking that throw. He knew he had no chance to go to first. And Peterson knew that too, so you saw slowly, accurately made the throw to second.
Yes.
So a runner at first base now with 1 down. Taylor's the runner. Defoe an RBI base hit, and he is flied out. Another big lead at first. Runner fakes the go. Pitch will miss up high for a ball. Nationals well aware base stealers came in 8 for 9 against Bundy, so they're trying to get him to be concerned as much as they can with the runner over there at first base. Take his mind off the hitter. He's thrown a lot over there out of necessity in order to keep him a little bit honest.
Yeah, definitely just slow him down a little bit. He's had some longer holds, some quick snap throws over, and then a little quicker times to home plate.
Defoe, 271 hitter last year with the Nationals, 25-year-old out of the Dominican. Throw over again to get him back to the bag.
A little lean right there from Taylor, maybe tipping something.
One-run ball game, so keeping them close and out of scoring position matters. Runner goes. Throw down a one-hopper. Got him. Good play at both ends of it. Dave Martinez asked the umpire to hold it up while the video takes a look.
I'll take a look right here. Not a bad jump. Even the fact that Bundy kind of mixing things up a little bit. And Taylor thinking he got that hand to the backside. Jonathan Scope with another great tag here. Cisco, quick release. That has been the key for Cisco. Put it on the money. You got these middle infielders making some incredible picks. How about straddling the base and slapping it down there? Nice job by Jonathan Scope. Nice quick throw by Cisco.
So they will challenge it, and we'll go to New York for the review on this. Cisco's improved so dramatically here with the quickness.
Yeah, that's the key. Just the quickness. His arm strength might be a little below average, maybe average, but his feet have gotten so quick and the release has gotten so fast. And when you get guys out there like Scope and Machado, they get themselves in a perfect position. That straddle is ideal. That is exactly what you want to do, and they've helped Cisco. He's been throwing out a lot of guys this year. One of the highest rates in the game right now.
9 for 25 before this play. Talked with John Russell, bench coach, catching coach for the Orioles, about how he's worked with Cisco on getting rid of that baseball and getting his feet in position. John said, as Cisco said, it's all about my footwork. If I don't have that, it doesn't matter how strong I am. I've got to get my feet moving so I can get in a position to throw. Wow. Wasn't sure there'd be enough on review to overturn that, but they say there is. That's a big call.
Yeah, big stolen base right there.
So Taylor gets the stolen base. Call is reversed. Puts a runner on at second base now with one down. And that's another RBI opportunity. Taylor picking up his 12th. He's 12 out of 13. Defoe's got a 1-ball 1-strike count on him with one down. Peterson plays even with the bag at third as Bundy regroups. See the infield alignment. And timeout asked for. Defoe will step out. Severino, number 9 hitter, on deck.
Same situation too. You just cannot take your eyes off Taylor out at second base. So Manny kind of creeping up behind him, keeping him honest.
1-1 delivery on the way. Defoe fouls that one into the screen. Real good ball game with situations all over the place for both teams. Both pitchers have had to work hard. There have been runners on base in every inning for both teams. So a lot of pitches thrown in key situations. See the choke up on the bat. Defoe, 1-ball 2-strike count, and he'll foul that one off as well.
Good breaking ball from Bundy. Nice pitch on the outside corner. See Defoe kind of reaching out there for it, setting him up a little bit. Maybe that cheese ball in under the hands.
Holding the count at 1-2. So the Nationals, Soto and Defoe, both, when they get into these 2-strike situations, come up on the bat a little bit, cut down on their swing. 1-2 delivery on the way, and that's going to be a little bit outside. Real close, and the count goes to 2-2. Dylan Bundy working now, closing in on the 90 pitch thrown in the ball game. He threw 121 in that complete game against the White Sox, the career high. 2-2, runner off second. Defoe goes after one, up and in. Does not get it. Strikeout number 6.
Yeah, good fastball right there. A couple breaking balls on the outside corner, opening up the inner edge, and yeah, he brings some noise. 92 miles an hour. Tough to get to that pitch. And Defoe having problems with it.
So Bundy again, trying to work his way around the jam. 5 have been left on by the Nationals. Tanner Scott getting up in the bullpen. 2 down, fouled off right side. There'll be no play. Severino has struck out and he is grounded out. First game he has played against the Orioles, his major league career. Good lead at second base this time for Taylor as the Orioles defense stays wide in the middle. 0-1. That one's foul back as well. 0-2.
Dylan got away with that one. Fortunately, just up above the belt. Wanted to stick that one in underneath the hands, work that inner edge, and stayed in the middle of the plate. Just elevated enough to get that ball fouled straight back. And you see the second pitch. Boy, that's some dangerous living right there.
2-strike count on him. Runner goes down low. Be another stolen base. So Taylor's got 2 stolen bases on this trip around the diamond. That'll be the 3rd stolen base in the ball game for the Nationals. And now a runner at 3rd with a count at 1 and at 2. Bundy has thrown 4 wild pitches. So you give yourself another way to score by moving up. 1-2 delivery on the way. Ground ball to 3rd is foul.
You know, kind of funny. It's not funny. I mean, this is the way the game's supposed to be played. So Taylor out at second base. He doesn't steal on a fastball. Doesn't steal on a fastball. He must have seen the sign or picked up the sign and knew that a breaking ball was coming, and off he goes. He walks into third base on the slider.
Yep, without even thinking about it.
Yeah, so you got to be aware. You got to watch as a base runner too. You might be able to pick subtle things up like that. I mean, you don't want to make the third out at third base, but if it's on a breaking ball, heck yeah, go get him.
Boy, a battle engaged here as Severino fouls off another one, holding it at a 1-ball 2-strike count. Fan made a nice catch out there, way down the line.
Oh yeah,
just stood up and caught it.
Give that fan a contract.
It's not that easy.
I'm not going to tell him he missed it either.
I'm not telling him anything. I'm going to say, sir, congratulations on that fine catch you made. 1-2 delivery on the way. In the air to left field, going back near the warning track, and there's room and hauled in. Joey Ricker goes back to get it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Base runner left on are Randu-ups, Machado, Davis, and Trumbo.
On the board, no walks, 3 punch outs, 81 pitches thrown. That's his MO, and he sticks with it. Now it's back to the Nats bullpen. Justin Miller in only 2nd game. Yeah, just called up from AAA. Called up on May 25th. Pretty good numbers in AAA, and no numbers here. Look at that earned run average in 2 games. So 3rd appearance, primarily a fastball slider pitcher. Fastball in the low to mid 90s, and the power slider combination.
So the Orioles down by just 1. Here's Manny, and here's our 4 drive of the game.
Yeah, how about Manny Machado matching Bryce Harper in the 1st inning? A little breaking ball that he reaches out and touches. Yeah, finding the barrel of the bat. And Manny Machado staying hot.
Hurry to your local Ford dealers for great savings on cars, trucks, and SUVs. So the Orioles within 1 Faced the right-hander who was pitching at AAA and successfully so this year at Syracuse. AAA ball club hitters were 3 for 43 against him. 9 games, ERA 0. 13 2/3 innings. And the pitch will be taken inside for a ball. Miller was signed as a minor league free agent. He's played at the majors with the Tigers and in the Rockies organization. 1-0 count. Manny Machado will take it inside. That's at 95. Orioles batting bottom half of the 6th inning. Harper had the home run in the first. Machado had a home run in the first to tie it. Washington a run in the second. Defoe base hit. Home run Reynolds in the fourth. 3-1. And the Orioles get one back in that last inning on the RBI double by Adam Jones to make it a 3-2 game.
You see Manny Machado a healthy cut on a 2-0 fastball, but pretty tough to pick Miller up. You can tell by this cross body and delivery, and that 94-95 can get on you pretty good and creates pretty good angle.
2-1 delivery on the way. He's been trying for that inside corner, not quite. So he will fall behind. A 3-ball 1-strike count for Miller. Miller, a veteran, as we said. He's 30 years old, out of Bakersfield, California. Machado waiting on a 3-1. Wanting one to drive, put the big cut on it. Reynolds coming over, reaching up, and has room. No, he dropped it.
Oh.
He had room, but it fell out of the glove.
Boy, Machado catching a break right there. And take a look. Reynolds in the right position, just off the end of the glove. Man, oh man, gets over there, has room to make the play, and there you see it. Big first baseman's glove bending back, and the ball not sticking in.
So a break for the Orioles on that would have been a tough play. Those are the kind of outs you hope you can get. Defensively, they did not, so Manny stays at 3-2. And Miller out of the stretch, comes in with 94 and gets him.
Wow. We're really challenging Machado there. Take a look how he attacked Machado. He backs up a slider, just missing on the inside corner, and then starts bringing the cheese, missing with 95. Fastball away just off the plate. Really not wanting anything to do with Machado. Nothing on the plate. That might be the best pitch to hit, but it's elevated. And here, another pitch, 94 miles an hour. No strikes to Machado. Definitely being careful there.
So he gets the leadoff batter. One away, bottom half of the 6th inning. Comes in and not going around on it. Chris Davis called out on strikes, and he is flied out. Game number 84 at the major league level for Justin Miller. Over 260 games pitched in the minor leagues. 1-0 the count. He's always been a strikeout pitcher. 1-0 delivery on the way, and that'll be up high. 350 strikeouts in 335 minor league innings, covering a 10-year period. He has hung around to get back to the big time. 8 games with the Tigers. With Colorado, he had 74 games over 2 years, and then went right back to the minors in 2017. 2-0 count. Davis the other way. And the count 2-1 on Chris. Orioles have left 3 on base, just one of those in scoring position. 6 have been left on by the Nationals in this game. 4 of those in scoring position. 2-ball 1-strike count. Miller's delivery to him. That'll be fouled back again. Came in a little bit.
Yeah, it's fastball getting on the hitters. I mean, you don't see Manny Machado get blown away with fastballs too often. I know the location pretty tough up and in on him, but I think it's just the angle he's creating. He kind of starts with his back turn to the hitters as well. And he takes the sign. He steps over with that. Starts the crossbody. There you go. Turning the back to the hitter. I mean, my gosh.
2-2 delivery on the way to Davis. Got him on the inside knee level. Chris didn't think so. So Miller comes on, gets a couple of strikeouts, living up to his history.
Yeah, here's that angle cutting across the plate right there. And he's had a couple borderline pitches, but that one just catching the edge. And Davis going down for the second time tonight.
So Justin Miller gets 2. And that will bring up Mark Trumbo. Trumbo has lined out hard. Turner made a fine play on him last time up, and he has picked up a base hit. 2 down, nobody on. Mark will take a slider. Wow, that covered about 4 feet.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, almost starting behind Trumbo and then sweeping across the plate. And take a look. Here it is, the cross-body slider. Yeah, that went about 17, 18 inches, didn't it?
Wow. 0-1 delivery on the way. Follows it up at 85. It's a real tough, that slider, if he can throw that from the position he's throwing it from, that thing looks like it's going into the dugout over on the third base side.
Yeah.
The next thing you know, it's crossing the plate. Trumbo 0-2. Down the line in right, headed to the souvenir section. That's where it'll end up.
Well, left that 2-strike slider on the plate, gave Trumbo a chance, and just fouling it off. I'd like to finish that one off outside corner. Yeah, started on the plate, but it stayed all over the white.
So Mark comes back, the 0-2 count on him. Miller trying to have a 1-2-3 inning. Neither team has been retired 1-2-3 in the ball game. Goes to the hole. This is going to be a long throw. Turner on a hop won't get him. That'll be a hit. Ball will go off the facade, and that'll hold the runner at first. So that'll be a base hit. Reynolds will tag him just in case he made a turn. He did not. And Trumbo's on with the second hit. 2 for 3, a single.
Miller trying to surprise attack him here. A little quick pitch with the fastball. Take a look at Turner over there at shortstop. He's made some nice plays. Might have had a chance to set up on the backside right there. I mean, pretty gifted player, obviously very athletic, but might have been able to set up on the backside. Stronger throw off for Trumbo.
Now Pedro Alvarez gets an at bat. 2 down, shift on. Outfield deep, and the pitch will be taken for a strike. Orioles now 7 hits in the ball game. Trumbo's got 2 of them. It's his 9th multi-hit game in just his 22nd game back off the DL. Miller a long look in the 0-1 delivery. Pedro pumps it back and out of play. So again, Miller will get ahead 0-2.
He's having success with that fastball up at the top of the zone. Machado swung through a couple. Alvarez swinging through that one. There's full advantage right now. A lot of different ways he can attack Pedro.
2-strike count. Short lead at first. Trumbo. Pedro will take it up and away. It's Nationals bullpen. They are 11th in ERA. Just about in the middle in a lot of categories. They don't walk many. Their walk to strikeout ratio is second best in the National League. Their strikeouts per 9 innings as a bullpen is third. 1-2 delivery. Alvarez takes it and he's gone. So Miller comes on and strikes the side out. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base.
he did have the swing and miss pitch working for sure. Good fastball here to get Rendon, about 93 on the inside corner. And there is that nasty slider. As Adams goes down, Severino. Not anybody is safe from the Dylan Bundy slider. Turner gets called out. My fastball worked a couple times for Bundy as well. 6 pretty solid innings. All the Nats brought their hitting shoes, scattering 11 hits. Only 3 runs on the board, though. A couple shots. Harper hit a home run. And how about Mark Reynolds taking Dylan Bundy deep? 94 pitches. First part of the ball game, just way too many strikes thrown for Bundy. Well, now Tanner Scott coming out of the Oriole bullpen. 10 games, 4.73 earned run average. Been getting hit around a little bit here lately. Still power arm.
He'll face the top of the order.
And there you see the numbers. 260 overall, but the righties 303. Of course, pretty tough to stay in there for the lefties. 176.
Leadoff batter, 1 strike. Ray Turner fooled on the pitch, double clutch. There have been no walks issued in this ball game. How about that? The 2 starters, Hellickson and Bundy, neither walked a batter. Turner a base hit, 10-game hit streak for him. He has also struck out and flied out. He's had a couple of hits, 7 at bats. First 2 games of this series. 4.59 average against the Orioles lifetime. Here in this ballpark, he is 7 for 21. 1-2 delivery to him. Just fought that off to keep his at bat going.
Steady diet of sliders right now to Turner. And that one there, the best one. Really working hard down and in. Pretty good finish. And this is where you want to target that back foot. If you're going to flip another slider in there, it better be off the plate.
241 off left-handers, 39 points lower than against righties. And he gets one down and in to get him. Tanner Scott starts it out with a strikeout.
Now pitching a little backwards. 4 sliders and bringing the noise. 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Strike Turner out. Take a look at the location of the sliders. A couple of them up in the zone, but 98, that's where you want to keep it. Just buzzing it down across the knees.
That'll bring up Bryce Harper. Harper with the solo shot in the first inning. He was a .311 hitter last year against the left-handers. Nowhere near that right now, hitting .222 off southpaws. And he'll crank up and foul it back. Tanner Scott has been a strikeout pitcher throughout his minor league career. We're talking about how Miller had done that. Well, so has Tanner Scott to an even greater degree. 251 strikeouts in 198 innings. 251 and 198 coming into this year. Those are his minor league strikeout numbers. 0-1 count, shift on. Harper will take the pitch. It'll just miss. 1 ball, 1 strike count.
Little short arm 99 right there. And he's got a huge arm. He got on the radar map a couple years ago, invited spring training and hit triple digits, and everybody's like, where the heck has this guy been? Next year he's throwing 3 innings and starting in the minor leagues, try to harness the slider, and here he is.
Came up with the Orioles last year for just 2 games, but he came up from Bowie. Had no AAA experience before his arrival at the major league level last year. And he was outstanding there. Roger McDowell tutoring here at the major league level for this 23-year-old, still learning. And a tough place to learn. 2-1 delivery. Harper, towering pop-up. Peterson is there, and will put it away. So 2 down here in the top of the 7th inning. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Orioles, may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Orioles. Oriole fans, something to cheer about tonight, and a tight ball game. A long way to go. Orioles have been out hit 11-7, but down only 1. 2 down, top of the 7th inning. Rendon 0 for 3. Started around. Did he go? Nope. Rendon against the lefties. 1 long ball, hitting .265. One of the 6 home runs off southpaws. 1-0 count. Rendon will take it at the knees for a strike. Rendon, another who carries high average against the Orioles, a .290 lifetime average against O's pitching. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Tanner Scott's delivery to him, heat up.
You like to see Tanner's velocity back up in the high 90s. I think he went through a little stage where he just felt like he had to be consistent throwing strikes, almost kind of aiming a little bit. Didn't really cut it loose, and now he's really bringing the heavy fastball.
And gets a pop-up. Chance Sisco, second time in the ball game he's run out of room by about 2 miles. That's it.
Oh, Mats fan taking it off the arm right there. Got a glove on that bicep, huh?
Don't rub it though. I could have caught that. It came down like this. I could have caught it. 2-2. This is good television.
Oh,
Go, no, go, no ladder.
got him in a couple places, I think.
Two. That'll go to short. Big hop for Manny. Pro hop. Ooh-ah. A little closer than he might have liked. Rendon flying down the line. 7th inning stretch time. 3-2 Nats. Local independent American Standard Heating and Air dealer at MidAtlanticComfort.com. And by Chesapeake Employers Insurance, Maryland's largest writer of workers' compensation insurance. Great to have you with us. Game 2 of the 3-game set. Nationals won last night 6-0, leading here 3-2.
Looking for some big hits off Sammy Solis. This will be his 29th game. 4.26 earned run average. Picked up a win. Has up to 26 punch outs. But he can also walk them. He's got about a averaging 5 walks per 9 innings. Saw the rest of the numbers right there. Pretty good fastball though. Mid-90s with the heater. Got a change and a curve go along with it.
Another left-hander and a strike. So Miller worked an inning, had 3 strikeouts, gave up 1 hit. Now Solis against Joey Rickert. Base hit, and he is grounded out. Solis for the breaking ball. It's going to miss down low. Solis, 29 years old, pitched with Washington last year in 30 games, had an ERA of 5.88. Walks last year, just 13 of them, but that was just in 26 innings. 1-1 delivery on the way. That'll be high and away.
Yeah, sometimes he can get himself in trouble actually trying to feature too much of his arsenal, I think, coming in the back end of the ball game. There you see 3 pitches and 3 different pitches. You got a fastball, breaking ball, and changeup to Rickert.
2-1 pitch on the way. That looks pretty good. Kept it down. Little cut on it. 2 ball, 2 strike count. Solis pitching against the Orioles first time in his career. Cisco, then Peterson. Bullpen will try and get 1, 2, 3 here and not roll this order over. He went around. Wow. Jeff Nelson, the home plate umpire, made the call on the check swing.
Little power breaking ball right there. Threw this one threw it hard. Let's take a look at Rickert.
More than it looked like from up here.
Yeah, it looked like a quick take.
Yep. So that'll bring Francisco up. Hit by a pitch in the 5th inning and scored on an RBI double by Adam Jones. Manny Machado, the home run in the 1st inning, the other run for the Orioles. Cisco also a strikeout victim in the ball game. You get God up in the bullpen. Battle of the pens now here late in the ball game. Michael Givens is up for the Orioles. Leaned into it. 93-mile-an-hour pitch down low to him. Cisco's not had many chances with the platoon situation behind the plate. Many chances against left-handers. He is just 2 for 8 off southpaws. Susak's had the at-bats 3 for 22 off lefties. 2-0 delivery in the air to center. Taylor. Step shy, hauls it in. Take a look at our Major League notebook and what went on this date in Major League history. Cal in '96, his 334th career round tripper, and moved past Eddie Murray for first place on the O's all-time list. And in 1962, Buck O'Neill, he was a scout for the Cubs, would become the first black coach in Major League Baseball accepting the job. There is one of the most wonderful people who ever lived on this earth. He played for the Kansas City Monarchs. He served in the Navy in World War II, co-founded the Negro League Baseball Museum in Kansas City, was the board chairman for that museum for 16 years. And one of the most magnanimous things I've ever heard of, when the Veterans Committee elected 17 former members of the Negro League to the Hall of Fame, Buck was not one of them. Unbelievably so. Buck went and gave the introductory speech for the other 17 that day in Cooperstown.
Yeah,
Can you imagine that?
Pretty amazing.
Talk about
right?
selfless.
Right? Absolutely.
And he was the nicest gentleman you would ever want to meet. A wonderful human being. And Buck O'Neill started a great museum in Kansas City representing the Negro Leagues. Breaking ball is going to be taken outside. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Peterson, a base hit. Been hit by a pitch in the number 9 spot. Trying to turn this order over with Jonathan Scope on deck. And that one will be buried. Slipped away that time. 2-2.
Trying to get him bite on that hard breaking ball. Sweep it across there. And his put away pitch for sure. Actually against the lefty.
Solis out of Minnesota. Went to school in San Diego. 2-2 delivery. Yet another indication of the intelligence of Sammy Solis. Minneapolis is a wonderful, wonderful city. I love it. It's a great state. And then winter comes. Where was he? San Diego. San Diego, University of San Diego, where he played ball. 2 ball, 2 strike count. And up high with it. So trying to get on any way he can. Meters in the air, trying to get the potential go ahead run to the pitch. You'll see his 7th pitch of this at bat. 3-2. They're waiting on deck. Leadoff batter, Jonathan.
Bloop and a blast.
3-2 delivery on the way. Ground ball down to first, foul. Tight ball game where for both teams the runs have been hard to get. There have been opportunities for each that they've not been able to convert on. Long ball's been the difference in this ball game. Tanner Scott coming out of the bullpen with the side out, pops that one up third base. Rendon is there and puts it away. So he got the job done. Solis retires the side in order. 7 complete. One in the reviving baseball in the inner cities. He went over a lot of topics, coaching, baseball fundamentals. Group also was at batting practice today. Kevin Gosman, his wife Taylor, joined the Orioles volunteers and more than a dozen students at Paca Elementary. Participated in the Tales with Tales. That's the reading program at Barks. And the Orioles welcomed the Baltimore City Public School baseball and softball champions, and both of them from Baltimore Polytechnic Institute. Congratulations. Wow. How about that?
Impressive. Heck
Same
yeah.
school, huh?
Love that. Yeah, that's right up the street here. Yeah, Kevin Gosman getting out in the community with his wife, Wayne Kirby. Always accessible, talking to fans and spreading the good word of baseball. Michael Givens now into the ball game. 23rd appearance out of the O's pen. A 3.71 earned run average. He is a strikeout machine. 33 already this year.
So Givens trying to hold this to a 1-run ball game.
See the rest of Michael's numbers, holding opponents down in just that 216 batting average. Only one long ball given up. Michael, two very deceptive deliveries. He turns his back, a little crossbody fire.
Pitch will be taken for his strike. Adams at the plate. Cleanup batter with power, DHing. 0 for 3 in the ball game, 2 for 8 in the first 2 games of this series. 235 lifetime hitter against the Orioles. He puts that one to the gap, right center field. Adam needs to cut this off. If he can, he can't. Ball goes through, no chance. That means he goes to second, and a big leadoff double here in the top of the 8th inning for Adams.
Yeah, he's been kind of quiet here the first couple ball games, but that's an important hit, getting himself out in a scoring position. His 6th double of the season. Looked like a little change up down at the bottom of the zone. He got that long bat reaching out, and it's got a little extra on it, carrying all the way to the wall. Adam thinking he can cut that one off in the gap, keeping him at first base, but not there. Just a little too much mustard on that baseball.
Nationals are 1 for 9 with runners in scoring position. Mark Reynolds a home run, a single, and he is flied out. Reynolds trying to get that run in from second base, which obviously would be an enormously important run here in the 8th inning, a 3-2 ball game. Hit number 12 for the Nationals. And Reynolds will foul it back. Givens coming right at him, and an 0-2 count.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's much intent there to actually hit a ground ball to the right side. He's trying to hit a 2-run home run. Givens with a couple good fastballs in that inner third, and Reynolds coming out of his shoes trying to do some damage right there.
Reynolds has faced Givens only once, 0 for 1. Scope holding the runner at second base, backs off. Givens with the 0-2 delivery. Reynolds will foul it off. The long night for Cisco continues.
Man. Fastball on the outside corner, and just kind of a prevent there from Reynolds, just reaching out and trying to get a piece of it. It does, and it catches Cisco right above that left eye. Taking some tough shots tonight.
0-2. Many times have we had big at bats in this game, almost like every inning. 0-2 delivery on the way, and will just miss down low. 1 ball 2 strike count. Mark with a long ball in the ball game.
Let's take a look at his home run right here. Oh, fastball on the inside corner, and he gator arms this one. 100 miles an hour off the bat. Line drive piece getting out of Camden Yards.
1-2. Runner off second base. Nobody out. Reynolds fouls that one back.
Oh, good fastball right there. Staying real short right now with 2 strikes. He's trying to wait out a mistake from Givens.
Gensler in the bullpen as the Pens stay active. Relievers coming in, working for an inning. 1-2. Mark Reynolds leaned out, didn't go after it. So he evens up the count. 2 balls 2 strikes. Two, he gets him on a pitch away. Givens gets the strikeout, 1 down.
Wow, Michael Givens reaching back right there. Reynolds giving him a tough battle. A couple pitches on the inside corner, and how about cutting some 98 cheese on the outer edge? That's a big time fastball right there from Givens, just beating Reynolds.
How about this for respect? They just intentionally walked the 19-year-old. Now it does set up potential ground ball double play here. So the intentional walk, Soto goes. He's already had a 3-hit day, 3 singles in the ball game. Didn't want the left-hander at the plate. They get the right-hander. Taylor, double play, base hit, fielder's choice. 2 on, 1 down. And a little bit away for a ball. Taylor has faced Givens only once, 0 for 1. Michael in his first meeting against the Nationals this year here in game 2. 5 previous games. 2 runs, 6 hits in their first strike.
Couple good fastballs from Givens. That velocity up. Michael 98, 99 right there on back-to-back fastballs.
In the 8th inning of a 1-run ball game. Infield double play depth, even a step closer because you got Taylor at the plate who can run. And the count will go to 2-1 for Michael Givens. Adams off second base, Soto off first. 2-1 down low, 3-1. Michael slaps the ball back into his glove as it's returned. That one he wanted to get a strike on.
Yeah, sure did. Didn't want to fall behind at 3-1. Great hitters count right now. Challenge him with the big fastball.
3-1 delivery, and walks him, and they're loaded. Check swing, no, did not go around. So an intentional pass and an unintentional pass have loaded the bases. Those are the only 2 walks in the ball game for either team. And the base is loaded. Defoe coming up. Wilmer Defoe, base hit RBI back in the second. He is flied out. Andy is struck out. Sacks are full. Adams. Soho at Taylor as the pitch will be taken inside for a ball.
Bases loaded. Obviously, Orioles down by a run. I mean, so important. You see the Oriole infield pulled in just to cut down that run at the plate. Obviously, a hard hit ball. Ability to turn two right here, but they do not need another Nats run across.
Defoe 3 for 8 lifetime with the bases loaded. He will pop that one up with the infield drawn in. He'll back up. Manny Machado will get there, put it away, and a big out.
A nice pitch from Michael Givens. Man, oh man, he is bringing some cheese tonight.
So now there are 2 down with the sacks full. Pitcher after pitcher working out of jams here in this ball game. And the number 9 hitter, the catcher, Severino, gets another chance. He has come up with people on base in every at bat. Severino trying to launch one.
Tough to get to that one. 98 miles an hour down and in. And deception. A couple right-handers turning backs on hitters. You just don't feel too comfortable. And of course, Givens, that 3/4 arm slot makes you feel a little uneasy anyway.
Fouls it back. Givens just keeps throwing strikes. Severino's gone 1 for 3 with the bases loaded this year. Sacks full, 2 down. Nationals up with that 3-2 score. And another big pitch coming from Michael Givens. 20th of the inning. Long hold. Timeout. Froze him at the plate. Severino asked for the timeout.
Well, pretty smart job by the hitter. You know, you don't want to be frozen there into all of a sudden you start thinking about different things, you know, so you want to step out. I mean, obviously you hear the boos and things and pitchers don't like it, but if it's too long of a hold, well, you get uncomfortable in there in the box.
0-2 delivery on the way, and Severino fights it off. Straight back. 0-2. Leadoff double Adams. He's on at third. The intentional pass. Soto, he's on at second. Taylor with the unintentional walk on at first. Another one fought off.
Doesn't want to waste any time. He sees a little tardy here on 97, 98 mile an hour fastball. You better make a better pitch. I mean, a couple pitches there in the heart of the plate.
One for 11. Runners in scoring position tonight for the Nationals. 0-2 delivery again. Ground ball. Scope over. He's got it. And out of the inning is Givens. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors. 3 are left on. The Orioles Cooler Backpack Day, first 20,000 15 and older. It's presented by Sarasota. This is that backpack.
This is the Cooler Backpack.
Cooler Backpack, Sarasota right on it. Throw it right on your back.
It's a handsome carrying case.
It is.
For sure.
And you're a handsome man to be carrying.
All your beverages in it.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Real great ball game going on here. Seen some outstanding pitching, and hitters just can't find a big hit for either team.
Yeah, you know, there have been a lot of opportunities. We talked about it in last night's ball game. The double play is coming up big again for both sides in this game. That's why it's so close right now. And you love to see the pitchers duel. Some quality pitches thrown. Gibbons pitching out of a huge jam that last inning. I mean, coming down to the very end. And it seems like one hit is all it's going to take for the O's.
Well, the Orioles come into this. They have not won a ball game this year where they have trailed after 7. They've scored a lot of runs late in ball games, but they've been throwaway runs in games where they were way behind. Now they need to get some of those runs in a ball game where it'll make a difference. Yeah,
this team's really got to start turning it around. And why not tonight? A nice dramatic come from behind win against the Nats could be just what this team ordered, or what the doctor ordered for this team.
Well, they've done everything except get that one hit that's going to get them a go-ahead run. We'll see if they can do it here to the bullpen, of course, for both teams.
They're going to be tough here. Former closer for the Twins, Brandon Kinsler, now into the ball game. 27th appearance for the Nats. Going to win. 401 earned run average. Home opponents hitting .275. Both lefties and righties about the same, but only one home run given up. Fastball low 90s. Got the slider changeup combination for secondary pitches.
So let's see if the Orioles can do here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Kinsler will come inside. That will certainly draw your attention. Jonathan Schoop, the leadoff batter. Schoop has gone 0 for 3 in the ball game, 1 for 7 in the first 2.
Oh, brushback, hard two-seamer up and in right there.
And that's what he features. Hard thrower. Kinsler out of the bullpen. 1-0 count. Schoop will take that one. It'll be in there for a strike. Back a little bit on that one to 91 miles an hour. Jonathan Jones and then Manny Machado due up. So the Orioles have the bats they want to the plate here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Orioles are 0-34 when they've trailed after 7. 1-1 delivery on the way. We'll go down to third. That's a fair ball. It's surrounded. Rendon's throw. One down.
That might be a foul ball.
Leadoff batter retired. Well, last weekend the Orioles wore specially designed Memorial Day jerseys and caps. Go to Orioles.com/auctions to bid on these autographed and authenticated game-worn jerseys and caps, including both the home and road version of the jerseys. All proceeds benefit the Fort Meade Alliance. Bidding closes Sunday 10 p.m. Orioles.com/auctions. Adam Jones RBI double. Picked it up in the 5th inning. 1 for 3 in the ball game. Kinsler. Power arm will miss with that one.
Yeah, all about that two-seam fastball. We saw him brush Schoop back, then pull a strike in on the outside corner, and then worked it right back in there to get the ground ball. So likes to move the two-seamer around a little bit.
1-0 delivery. Down to first and foul on the inside out. Wayne Kirby picked the ball up as though he was going to throw it back at Adam. Adam's staring at him. 1-1.
Oh my.
Fans hollering, sign him up. 1-1. Nasty pitch in on the hands. Adam has had 2 hits off him. And yes, they were both home runs. 2 for 4. One of them a home run, sorry. 2 for 4, 1 home run. Though Kinsler knows that. And trying to stay out of the wheelhouse on Adam, who's been swinging a good bat. 1-2.
Yeah, he has borne that hard sinker in there on the hands.
Fouled off down the right field side. Ow.
Another great play.
Another great catch. Holy moly.
Good with the hat. All right.
Told you I needed this hat. Trey Mancini getting the night off, struggling at the plate. But Showalter keeps referring to that knee that had the laceration when he slid into the fence, as though sometimes that's still bothering him a bit. But said today nothing wrong with him, just wanted to get him out of there and let him regroup.
Yeah. Oh boy, it is such a tough game, man. Baseball, hitting a baseball first of all, and then if you get an injury and it kind of throws you off a little bit. Trey, the numbers weren't as high as they should have been the first month of the season. Had it hitting into a lot of tough luck, and then all of a sudden the knee injury came on, and something different happened. He had to change something to compensate for the knee, and sometimes it's hard to get back into that rhythm that you had, you know, to try to grasp onto that comfortable feeling in there. And I think he's just been a little bit in between.
Hey, give him a day to just rest the mind.
Yeah.
And we'll be back in there tomorrow, I'm sure. Trey hitting only 198 here in the month of May. 2 ball, 2 strike count. Adam fighting off some tough pitches. Kinsler 93 inside, and a full count, 3-2. Brad Brock up for the Orioles. Orioles scoring their 2nd run in the 5th inning. Nationals scoring their 3rd run in the 4th. Since then, shut down by the pitchers for both sides. Full count delivery to Adam, and a ground ball up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. So Adam is on here in the 8th inning with a 1-out single.
Staying red hot here in the month of May. Adam Jones staying short with the 2 strikes. Very sound approach here through the month of May.
That's his 16th multi-hit game of the season.
Very nice.
So now Manny coming up. Former teammates there. Mark Reynolds, first baseman, down there talking to Adam. Manny with a home run, a base hit, and he is struck out. Home run number 16 in the 1st inning. Power against power right here. Machado 2 for 5 off Kinsler. Solis worked an inning, had a strikeout, 0s across. Manny will take the pitch. 93.
Good pitcher's pitch right there. How about those numbers? 7th inning or later. 403. Couple home runs, 18 RBI.
Orioles now have 8 hits in the ball game, to the 12 put up by the Nationals. Machado 0-1, and the pitch there for a strike.
Wow. Wow, that's some pretty good movement right there. A couple borderline pitches, though. Manny, of course, not liking them. But some big time pitcher pitches.
He has an easy 93, does he not?
Yeah, it looks pretty easy.
I mean, there's not a lot of big oomph going on out there, and then he'll rear back and put it up there at 95, 96. 0-2, Adam off first base. Overthrows on that one, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, just the waist pitch right there, just to kind of get Manny's eyes out on that outside corner. Now, if he's smart, he'd probably stay out there with the 2-seamer, but he may try to work it inside, try to get a ground ball here. I mean, with that kind of sinker, his game is definitely in on the knuckles.
1-2, throw over, Jones back. Kinsler's 8th game against the Orioles. He has 3 saves against the Orioles in his career. He's only given up a couple of earned runs in 6 1/3 innings. 1 down, 1 on. Bottom half of the 8th with the Orioles down a run. Manny at 1-2. Adam getting as far off first as he can, hustles back. Severino just looks down there.
And of course, Severino thinking about Adam Jones maybe wanting to get to second base, get himself out in a scoring position, so his head's going to be up, looking to either throw behind or, of course, definitely aware of potential stolen base.
2-2. Ooh. Manny, the big cut down on the knee, pulling the bat back in to get to that pitch. It'll stay 2-2.
Yeah, there's that 2-seamer riding in on the hands. Boy, that thing worked about a good 6 or 8 inches in there. Oh man, right into the dugout. Take one of those guys in the rotation, right?
Which we haven't mentioned. Game 3 of the series is tomorrow with David Hess, the Oriole rookie, against Max Scherzer. 8-1. 2 ball, 2 strike. We'll wait.
Cat and mouse right now. Some current concern about Adam Jones.
Right-hander at 2-2. On the way to Machado. Manny will pop it up. Fans will take it home. And the count will stay 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good pitch for Manny to drive. 94-mile-an-hour 2-seamer, and really the only pitch he's left on the plate to Machado right there. Just fouling it straight back.
Two and 2. Wants that pitch down and in. That's where he got it, and off the fist. Soto coming in, and he will put it away for the out. 2 down, Adam back to first base. Hope you'll join us again tomorrow as the Orioles wrap up this 3-game set against the Nationals. It's the rookie David Hess on the mound against 3-time Cy Young Award winner Max Scherzer. Our coverage on Massa begins at 6:30 with those extra, presented by Southwest. Game coverage at 7. All the access you need right here on Massa.
And there's a look. David Hess, a couple quality starts, and his 3 starts at the major league level. Coming off a pretty good one. Of course, Scherzer, well, you said it, 3 Cy Youngs. I mean, it seems like every year he's right there, and no different this year. 8 wins, best earned run averages in the game.
They'll match up tomorrow night. Now matching up with 2 down. Chris Davis in the air, left field. Soto the long run. He's got it. Almost overran that thing. So the Orioles, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on. We go to the 9th, 3-2 Washington. Low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. And by University of Maryland University College. Gary Thorne and Mike Bordick, and a heck of a ball game in the middle of the 3-game set. Nationals out hitting the Orioles 12-8, but they lead by just 1, 3-2. Bullpens have been in charge, shutting down the opposition.
Yeah, and Brad Brock now into the ball game, trying to shut this Nats team down. Get the Oriole offense back up there. 3.60 earned run average on the year for Brad Brock. 8 saves and 24 punch outs. Our opponent's hitting 277. The righties having a hard time against Brock. Just 208. But the lefty's way up there this year at 371.
And we go to the 9th inning, as the Nationals will have the top of the order. Trey Turner, their leadoff batter, a base hit, 1 for 4, 10-game hit streak for Turner. He'll take the pitch away for a ball. Turner getting his first look at Brad Brock. 1-0. That'll be in there for a strike. Brad working in his 11th career game against the Nationals, 12 2/3 innings. He has given up 5 runs, 10 hits. ERA of 3.55 off him. Diving stop made. Peterson was in and he gets the out. Not a lot of reaction time ever at third, but especially when you're in.
Yeah, that's a nice play right there by Peterson. Kind of improvising a little bit. Hard hit ground ball, and how he takes that one from behind him, really kind of scooping the glove over the baseball. Ball getting past him, but finding a way. Nice play right there by Peterson. Quickly up to his feet and throwing the strike. Oh yeah, everybody appreciating the leather getting flashed out there tonight.
10th start for Peterson at third base, and he was supposed to be in left field tonight before Danny Valencia had to come out of the lineup. So 1 away here in the 9th inning. Brock's delivery, big swing and a miss. Harper, the home run, came in the first. 3-hit ball game, 3 for 4. Popped out his last time to the plate. Harper 1 for 4 off Brad Brock. Full shift on against the power hitter, and he'll take the pitch for a ball. And getting ready to try and close it out. Doolittle gets up. Sean Doolittle in the pen. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Harper will take it away. Manny getting his 16th home run, 4th in the American League in that first inning. Harper in the first inning getting his 17th. He is first in the National League. 2-1 delivery, swung on and missed. Brock kept that one down. 2-2.
He's making some great pitches right now to Harper, working away, of course, but starting him off with that nasty changeup. It's on a couple of real good ones. How about that group of pitches? Yeah, keep it off the plate, down and away. Definitely the safe zone. Pitching to Harper.
2-2. Rice will take it away. So a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Harper to be followed by Rendon. You got these power hitters, then Adams. Top part of this lineup, tough to go through. 3-2 delivery, and he rips it to right field, but right at him. Trumbo is there to put it away. Harper's retired, and there are 2 down. You get him out, you breathe a sigh of relief. Whole new ball game. RBI Baseball 18. RBI Baseball 18 delivers the all-new franchise mode and much more. RBI Baseball 18 available now. Learn more at rbigame.com. Rated E for everyone. Rendon an 0 for 4 in the ball game, including a couple of strikeouts after the big night last night. So he's 2 for 5 with a homer, 3 RBIs first 2 games. Brock trying to make it a 1-2-3 inning.
He did a nice job pitching to Harper. My goodness, some great pitches there.
Tanner Scott's had the only 1-2-3 inning for the Oriole pitchers. That came in the 7th. And that 1 inning, 1 strikeout. That's right there for a strike. Givens worked an inning, gave up 2 walks, 1 intentional, 1 hit, 1 strikeout, left the bases loaded in the 8th inning. Got 2 big outs with the sacks full. 0-2 delivery on the way by Brock. Strikeout number 1 for Brock. 3rd out of the ninth. The Orioles down by 1. Trumbo, Alvarez, Rickert are due up under the moonlight. in a row. Nationals have won 4 in a row. The Orioles need a couple to win it.
Have to do it against Nats closer Sean Doolittle. 11 saves on the year, and he's off to a great start. 193 earned run average, 36 punch-outs, only 3 walks on the year. Opponent's hitting 125. The righty's just 164. And who's going to put a lefty up against him? Nobody. A couple home runs given up. You see the fly balls, 77%. He loves his fastball, and he loves to work it at the top of the zone. A lot of swing throughs up there, and a lot of fly ball outs.
Doolittle has 1 for 1 in saves lifetime against the Orioles. This will be game number 8. He has pitched against them. 3 runs, 3 hits, 6 2/3 innings. The Orioles off Doolittle. So the Orioles will go to the bench. Probably. They'll get Trumbo, the right-hander, up. Then Alvarez, the lefty, would be due up. Trey Mancini has come out in the on-deck circle to pinch hit. Trumbo 2 hits, 2 for 3 in the ball game. Couple of singles. He is 2 for 5 lifetime off Doolittle. Left-hander's delivery over the top at 93. Kinsler worked an inning, gave up a hit. Salas worked an inning, had a strikeout. Miller worked an inning, struck out the side, gave up 1 hit. Hellickson is still the pitcher of record. 5 innings, 2 runs, 6 hits, no walks, 3 strikeouts. For the Orioles, Dylan Bundy started. 6 innings, 3 runs, 11 hits, no walks, 6 strikeouts. Tanner Scott the inning with a strikeout. Givens the inning a hit, a strikeout, and Brad Brock retired the side in order. Top of the 9th inning. In the air, first base. Reynolds in foul territory, puts it away. One down, bottom of the 9th.
Well, Doolittle's going to challenge with fastballs. Got to be ready. I mean, about 90% fastballs to the righties.
The Trey will pinch hit for Alvarez to get the right-handed bat in. Don't get many chances to pinch hit in the American League, obviously, with a designated hitter. Trey's gone 4 for 9, though, with a home run as a pinch hitter. Orioles wouldn't mind having one of those pop up right here.
Yeah. And I think in a lot of ways that's what Doolittle makes his living off of. Hitters that go up there trying to hit home runs, he'll pop that fastball at the top, and there goes the fly ball to the infield.
Yep. And the pitch there for a strike. Oh, and 1. Heat up. 0 and 2.
He's got a little bit more there, 93 miles an hour, but there's definitely some extra life, but he can pop it up to 97 at the top of the zone.
0-2 hit him. Leaning in, looking. Doolittle didn't think so. Neither does Dave Martinez, and he wants the video people to take a look at this.
That's a big break right there. Just catching a piece of the jersey. Looks like it kind of moves a little bit.
Yeah. They are going to challenge it. Nothing to lose here. They've had a challenge earlier on a stolen base. A call out that was reversed to safe. So now the question is whether this hit that jersey or not. Trey's immediate reaction is always a good one, and it was. He looked down like, hey, they got me.
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll have a look at it. Big call, obviously. Could put a runner on for the Orioles, or if it's reversed, we'll bring Trey back to the plate.
A blown up look right here.
Just catches the jersey on the way by.
Oh, yeah.
and take too long. And the runner's on, hit by a pitch.
Big break
Jeff
right
Nelson,
there.
crew chief, home plate umpire.
Yeah.
So the Orioles get the potential winning run to the plate. Second hit batter by Doolittle on the year. Mancini reaches first. And Joey Rickard stands in. He has struck out, grounded out, and singled. Well, we said of all the players, should be a Rickard night. He wasn't supposed to play.
Yeah.
Valencia, very late scratch. Rickard moved in. And here he is in a big situation. Gentry on deck. 1-0 delivery to him. Joy off the fist. That's going to be a base hit. No play anywhere. Infield single for Rickard. Right off the handle. Probably broke the bat, and the Orioles get 2 on.
Yeah, perfect placement right there. Just a little nub shot, catching some infield dirt, taking Trey Turner well over in the hole. Doesn't even get off the label. Closer to the hands than anything. He just dies there. Take a look at Turner coming into the picture here. Nowhere to throw the baseball. And the Orioles threatening now after a hit by pitch and an infield single.
So the 9th inning, Nationals 1-run lead in jeopardy. Craig Gentry will come on as the pinch hitter against Doolittle. Gentry is 3 for 5 lifetime off Doolittle. Not quite sure what we're waiting on. Home plate umpire getting his lineup card corrected with the change. And the Orioles with runners on at first and second base. And a big opportunity. Try and win their first ball game, which they have trailed after 7. And also try and get above that 3-run mark. Gentry, heat upstairs at 94.
I don't mind that. Craig Gentry, yeah, he's thinking about that heater and staying on the backside. Unfortunately, just up and out of the zone. Pretty healthy cut right there.
On the count, 1 down, infield. Play for 2. Doolittle's delivery to him. Gentry will take it inside. Gentry today working. Scott Coolbaugh, hitting coach.
Yeah, trying to stay inside the baseball. Kind of popping out, staying through the ball, trying to drive it over there, over the second baseman's head. Yes.
That's in there. Caught the corner with that one. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Talked about all these games where the Orioles don't score more than 3. 33 out of 55. 1 ball, 2 strike delivery on the way. Did a 360 on the follow through. Fortunate that one didn't get away.
Yeah.
Severino up to haul it in. 2-2. Little grimace. Martinez. 2-2. Doolittle gets the strikeout.
Just a little extra life up there with his fastball. And a lot of success riding it up through the top of the zone. 93 miles an hour. Looks good, but how about that? Top of the strike zone. Gentry staying short, but just can't get on top of that one.
So Andrew Susak will come on as the pinch hitter for Peterson in the number 9 spot with runners on at first and second base. 2 down, bottom of the 9th. Susak has been involved, as we mentioned earlier, against the left-handers when he started behind the plate. 3 for 22 off southpaws. Doolittle with a strike. Trey Mancini hit by a pitch. The runner on at second base. Joey Rickert, the infield hit on at first. Orioles have gone 3-7 in one-run ball games this year. The Nationals are 6-10 in one-run games. One ball, one strike delivery. Susak 1-2.
Boy, that fastball just staying true, riding right through the top. It's like pretty flat swings, but it's that life. Extra pop up through the top of the zone. That's been his MO throughout his career.
And that's the ball game. As Doolittle comes on and gets 2 strikeouts, and the Orioles will leave 2. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left on here in the 9th inning. Hellickson gets the win 2-0. Bundy takes the loss 3-7. And save number 12 picked up by Doolittle, and the Nationals guarantee themselves a win, taking the first 2 of this series. They'll close it out tomorrow. Rookie David Hess will be on the mound against the 3-time Cy Young Award winner Max Scherzer. Our coverage on Masson begins at 6:30 with those extra, presented by Southwest. Our game coverage at 7. This has been a Masson presentation. Tom and Rick, they'll be coming up after a short break. Take a look back at a real fine ball game, but not ending the way the Orioles had hoped. For Mike Bordick and all of our crew, I'm Gary Thorne. Thanks, everybody. Adieu.